Okay.
It's time to begin then. Welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's the best and worst day of the year. At the end of this show, we will know who lines up on pole position and who is bumped from the 500. Hello everybody, welcome to qualifying for the Indianapolis 500. We cannot wait to get going. Out on the track is Ryan Hunter-Reay. We're all ready to go, and fingers crossed it's going to be a great one. JT, we're really now, and hopefully as well, it's going to be a very interesting session. How are you?
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everyone. I am doing well. Hope you are too, other than your voice, JB. Ryan Hunter-Reay out on track, up into 6th gear on his first lap, 236 miles per hour through turn 3, and going up towards the yard of bricks to complete lap 1.
Yeah, my voice is very much iffy at the moment. I think that's the best way to describe it as I come into it. Let's open up the graphics.
Need to do the shouty bits. I'm here.
Might need you to, yeah. Lap 1's then in the fast 12. So this then is the 12. Herter down has been locked out. So Hunter-Reay, VK, O'Ward, Sato, Ferrucci, Rosenquist, Larson, Kirkwood, Rossi, Newgarden, McLaughlin and Power. That's your running order at the moment. First lap time for Ryan Hunter-Reay is a 2:31.440. So it's whoever sets the fastest speed. The top 6 will then progress to a session later on today, the Firestone Fast Six. And then the 7 to 12 are locked in. After this session, it's bump day. Second lap time for Hunter-Reay, though, is a 2:30.118 JT, so he's down on the deck.
Yep, and that's fallen 1.3 miles per hour between there as well. They may see if Ryan Hunter-Reay will continue. Continuing he is. Yeah, and I'm guessing that's because his first run, and they have to get a first run in before calling it off as well as
Ryan Hunter.
It is only one run here, isn't it?
Only one run,
or is it multiple?
It's one run for here. It's multiple runs further down the line as well. For some reason, the time scale hasn't worked. Third lap is a 2:30.197 mile an hour. So slightly faster there, JT.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. For Ryan Hunter-Reay, right flag was in the air on that time as he goes down toward turn 3 for the final time. And through turn 3, 238 he peaked at, did Ryan Hunter-Reay. He will head towards the yard of bricks to take the checkered flag.
So, lap 4 takes it at 230.519. He actually improved on his lap 2 and 3 speeds, puts him at an average of 230.567. Not a great lap time, considering Herter was a 2:32.316. It is a different day, though, and the track conditions are vastly different. It's hotter out here. And here comes Venus VK. Got himself in to the fast 12 after contact, of course, with the barrier on his run yesterday, JT. You were in the box at this point, lost it out of 2, and then 4 hours later, out on the circuit, and just got in before the flag flew for the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely incredible work from the 21 team. And from 0 to hero was Venus VK yesterday with the Indy 500 special helmet, V and Ks.
The V and the K is coming in as well. This is VK then, as he's on his warm-up lap now as well. We're going to be joined throughout this broadcast by Matthew Orens as well at USRN. And we're going to be hopeful for an interesting couple of hours of running. Basically, we run 3 hours, so get used to it. Whether or not my voice will hold up, I don't know. It got better, and then it got worse again. If you joined us throughout the day, what happened was, earlier on, in F2 yesterday, I damaged my throat when a mysterious cough came in, and then I really damaged it throughout the end of the day, having to do INDYCAR as well, and all the shouty bits. This morning, as VK takes the green, this morning, the voice was practically non-existent. Came back in F2, rested it, was okay for F1. Then F1 had a shouty bit at the end, and then it just died after that. So I'm really trying, and I'm having to pitch it quite right. So I know Veruktes calls me the Jackie Stewart, and I will try and get to my levels of excitement later on. But at the moment, it's in voice preservation mode, so that I'm okay for next week. Next week, I'm really going to do talking. First lap time, though, JT for VK coming across the yard of bricks.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's at 233.499.
Welcome to the party, Venus VK. He has not lost any of it, has he? He is coming back with severe shots. Take a small shot of scotch. I have some Scottish scotch. I will have some. Actually, that's a great idea. I'll get some scotch. But VK looking plumbed in right now with the same chassis. They just redid the suspension, no change. Brand new gearbox put in, but everything is okay. VK's second lap time, 2:32.777. Keeps it in the 2:33 range, but those Penske's, JT, they can do 2:34s we were seeing. It needs to be quite high.
Yeah, absolutely. His average 233.177 at this current moment as he goes down towards turn 3 once more.
And into 3 and 4. Brings it down low, has a better exit pace. It's not a bad lap time here, actually. And the second time then, what's VK? 2:32. Come on, what is it? It's a 2:32.194 across the lap time. So not dropping too much. 2:32.822 is now the average time, as you can see on the monitor. So it's umming and ahhing as they come into it as well. Yeah, I can't read JT's on the monitor. Wow. It's too small. VK into the last 2 corners then, as our OBS software having a bit of a paddy as well. It's clearing up now though. Into the last corner then to take the checkered flag. What is Venus VK's time? Is it fast enough to put him into the top 6? It's a brilliant effort no matter what. 2:31.975 fourth lap. Average 2:32.610. That puts VK up into the provisional top honours. Next up is Pato O'Ward, and these McLarens looked absolutely fantastic in the sessions yesterday, JT. They were right up there. Larson, O'Ward, Rossi, they're all in it. Palou just missed out at the end of the session, but 3 of the 4 McLarens in this shootout as we head down to pit road as well.
Lap for you, all positive, or were there some things you wish you had better?
Oh, no, I mean, that was pretty terrible, but all things considered, the worst we can do today is 12th. Obviously, we had big ambitions coming out today. You know, punching well above our weight yesterday, making it into the Fast 12. Today, we just, you know, we made a couple changes, and really what hurt us was, I think, just implementing a new shift strategy. Unfortunately, we had to do it, and that brought us right out of the rev range of the gear, and once you're out of that rev range, it's just bogging, lagging the whole time, so that's why it really fell off a cliff. And yeah, it was frustrating because I knew it was going to happen basically on the first lap. So just, yeah, unfortunate, but really proud of this team. This venture, Chevy's been awesome. Representing 4-6's ranch here at the Indy 500 is incredible. And yeah, we're the only one-off team that made it in the Fast 12. So very, very proud of the group. Absolutely.
Best that this team has done, Lee, since this format was instituted a few years ago.
It's a phenomenal effort from Captain America, Ryan Hunter-Reid.
RHR really is doing well. Not bad, but fast enough, in my opinion, it could be. Here we go then. Next run's on the board as they hurtle down towards turn 1. What have you got to see then from Pato O'Ward? Oh, hang on a minute. There's the green light. What's happening with our timing monitors? They're still showing VK out there. Oh, okay, so our timing monitors are having a bit of a glitch with the battle screen, so we'll get that sorted shortly. Yeah, here's Pato.
Flag in towards turn 2 on his first lap. And up in 6th gear, up towards turn 3 on the backstretch.
He's pushing hard. This is first lap time speed. Remember, turn 1 was at 238.048. Turn 3 speed, 238.6. He's flying out there. That's not as quick as what VK had, but let's see what O'Ward does across the line. 233.196 as his opening time. Currently puts him P1 overall, but a 233.196 is a strong starting point. He'll keep that average time as it comes through.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs consistency to get in front of VK on his 4-lap average, but you only have to be in the top 6 to advance. And you've got to keep an eye on a couple of drivers coming up. Sato is next, but a couple of drivers' time, it's Carl Larson, the only rookie in the top 12, lap 2.
232.592 second lap. That puts the average down to 232.893. Quick change of adjustment on the bottom right-hand side there for Pato as he blasts through turn number 2 on the backstretch towards 3 and 4. He's caught some clouds though. That's going to be helping the track temperature. O'Ward will turn into 3, comes down low, gently pushes back on the steering wheel to make sure he's not too far out of it, controls it through 4. Lap 3 speed, he's still got another 2.5 miles to go on this pace. Across the line, third lap time, 232.336. He's not losing that much at all as he comes onto the final lap time.
Yep, he's got to keep his average consistent within a 1/10 of a mile per hour, Pato O'Ward, on his final lap. Very nearly touched the wall on the exit of turn 2. Stays in 5th gear as he goes in towards turn 3. I saw 240 miles per hour there for a moment. Through turn 4 now, up towards the line.
And what is the time for Pato O'Ward then across it? It's a 232.214. He goes second to average 232.584. Good time. Mighty, mighty good time, JT. I like that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Takuma Sato out on track next for his qualifying run in the Fast 12 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the 108th run-in.
It's a down NBC.
Of bumping Pato O'Ward out of the Firestone Fast Six. Let's head down to Dylan Welsh.
Yeah, Renus liked that run from Pato. He's still on the top of the board for now. So yesterday aside, how happy were you with that run right there?
I was happy. I mean, car felt safe. I was having a little bit of understeer, and it was building understeer, so I mean that was pretty easy to adjust with the tools in the car. But yeah, pretty happy. I mean, it was really hot out here, and I think the track was almost like 10 degrees hotter than when I went out yesterday. So car's faster. I feel like than yesterday. So great job by the guys. Great calls we made, and I mean, this feels like a bonus lap. I mean, after yesterday, I was nervous before this, but right now I feel like, we got some really good ingredients, and I can just kind of chill down and enjoy from here on. And I think the same for the team. Everybody's super proud of themselves.
They skipped that morning practice this morning to rub on this race car a little bit more, and seems like it's worked for now.
Working for.
Lap begins for Takuma Sato then out here on the surface. Let's see what he's going to have. We've got our driver tracker back working up here in the box. And this was the 2012 Indy 500 for Sato as well. Came on the last lap, looked to the inside line, just made slightest contact and hit the barrier hard. He was out of the race, and it was Dario Franchitti who came in to take another Indy 500 victory. 2017, though, was his first port as victorious as he crossed the line to win here at the Brickyard in the 101st running of the 500. He'll then repeat it in the year of the pandemic at the 104th running in 2020. Round the outside of Dixon as well, taking the lead. A caution at the end of the race meant a 1-2-3 alongside Ray Hall and Dixon. And Sato claiming his second Indy 500 drink of the milk. And now JT, he's out on the circuit, he's got the green. His first lap time speed is already coming up as he comes down to the yard of bricks once more. And he is a serious contender. His lap came out of nowhere. And for Rahal Lennon Racing, he can do it. Graham Rahal might have to fight his way in later on today with Nolan Seagal.
Yep, absolutely. Takuma Sato, first lap time, a 232.182 miles per hour. Graham Rahal might just be saved by Nolan Seagal in the bump day coming up after this Fast 12. The schedule is the Fast 12 now, then after this bump day with the last row, and then the Fast 6 as well. Takuma Sato comes through turn 4 up towards the line for the conclusion of his second lap.
Sky F1 going glitchy, yeah. Second lap, it is faster, 2:32.226. Mighty good time there from Sato. He's really finding the oomph as he comes across the line, isn't he? Liking this.
Absolutely.
Oh, breezing it through on the back stretch now. What have you got for us, Takuma? Lap 3 average speed coming up. Through 3 and 4. Oh, he's so precise with how he's putting the car as well. It's drifting up high at the exit of 4. Down the outer bricks, lap 3. Takes us to white flag and a 2:32.213 as the average time. Better run, better speeds coming. There is time. Just stay calm. Trust the car. Don't do anything stupid with it. Just let the speed gradually build up as he flies. Hit 2, 3 and 4. Flicks the car in once more. The yard of bricks is waiting for him. Average at the moment puts him third with a 2:32.207. Sato will come across the line now and set the lap time. It is a 232.085 across the yard of bricks. That puts him third. Average of a 2:32.171, JT.
Yeah, very consistent from Takuma Sato. 232.182 was his first lap speed. 232.226 was his second speed. But let's go down pit road.
Pato.
I don't think we had much more. I'm happy of what we kind of chose to take for that run, considering where the track temp's at. I know we just missed it with Renus, but I think it'll stand. I think it'll be enough for the Fast 6, and then try and squeeze a little bit more speed out of it for the Fast 6. But I guess we'll see. But so far, I was happy with that. It's the happiest balance run I've had all month in qualifying specs. So getting better and better. Just don't think we've got a 2:34 quite.
That's great news, though, that balance for the 5 fans. Kevin?
Santino Ferrucci is next up on track. He told me that qualifying is almost a subconscious state. You just don't hear anything. You're so on your own. But you know AJ Foyt is with him. Last year, Ferrucci gave Foyt their best finish in almost a quarter century, leading laps and finished third. AJ loves the spirit and mentality of this young driver from Connecticut. They made some changes after the morning practice today to try to attack.
Yeah, and Santino's about to take the green flag lap, JT.
Yep, absolutely. The 14 best start was 4th in 2023 last year for Santino Ferrucci as he comes up towards the line to take the green flag.
Green flag for Santino Ferrucci for AJ Foyt Enterprises, carrying the stars and stripes nicely through turn 1. Gets it right up to the barrier of the exit. Go on. Say again.
240 miles per hour into turn 1. Not seen that in their Fast 12.
No, have not. Very strong lap time there. 2:37s. Turn 3 speed coming in. 2:38. He is getting quicker out there on the circuit. Come on then, Santino. What have you got to give us on your first lap time run across the yard of bricks? It's a 2:33. .060. Courtney Wood put in fastest overall on the board, but that lap time's going to drop, but by how much? Or is the unusual going to happen and he gets faster and faster, which we've seen happen in the Brickyard this month?
Yep, absolutely. Through turn 2 now, down the back stretch towards turn 3. Let's see what speed he gets up to. The turn 3 speed trap is staying 237.179.
It's finding that balance, isn't it? As Ferrucci's second lap time comes in, 2:32.705 as he comes across the yard of bricks there for his second lap time. Just quickly get in the chat. Hello to Eddie, who says, from Indianapolis, Indiana, 4 blocks from the Motor Speedway. Beautiful day here. I can hear the cars on the track. Oh, I'm jealous as well. Rod Brown, not bad, but not fast enough as well. Good luck to all of them, especially Scott McLaughlin. Adam says, I think Team Penske sweeps the front row for the Indy 500. Adam, the last time that happened, was it 88 or 89? Mr. Winston says, Larson will do better than Jimmy Johnson did. Absolutely. Rod says, Ferrucci underestimated no more. He's coming through faster lap time at the moment. 2:32.705 is his last lap time. White flag in the air. Lap 3 takes us to a 2:32.621. Average at 2:32.795. And I think I've caught up with everybody's comments as well. It's excellent as they come into it. Ferrucci, consistent. He'll still put in fastest if he can get this average to stay in the 2:32s above 2:32.610 for VK.
Yep, absolutely. And I believe it was 1988, Josh.
88. Thank you very much, JT. I thought it was 88. I couldn't quite remember which one it was as it comes through. On the backstretch then, checkers are out for Santino Ferrucci. The checkered meets the stars and stripes, and it puts us at a 2:32.505. Average of a 2:32.723. It's P1 for Ferrucci and AJ Foyt Enterprises. They are very much contenders for the Firestone Fast Six later on tonight. That is an outstanding time from Santino Ferrucci. I must admit, that is decent. Very, very decent.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan Hunter-Reay in 2 runs' time will be knocked out of the top 6, and it is definitely an advantage the later you go here on the Firestone Fast 12. How close to the wall did he get?
Very.
Close.
Very
Felix
close.
Rosenquist up next in the 60-mile shank racing car on his prep lap now, on towards his warm-up lap as Ferrucci comes down pit road.
Do you see
Are you okay, Josh?
Do you see when I'm not trying how low my voice gets? If I just talk it normally, how bad it actually is. So I have to sort of pitch it to find the right balance. It's like I'm an opera singer at the moment as well. Let's hear what Felix Rosenquist has gone through to get the Brickyard today.
It's like a little, I don't know, I guess it would be kind of like playing a symphony or something. Everything has to be right and you can't really do a mistake. And if you do, everyone's going to see it. It's so cool and the ultimate adrenaline you can have in your life, I think.
Qualifying laps at Indy, the
what's
fastest
happened?
you go all season, you peel. It is so tough.
Four-time winner and now
They've messed up the audio frequencies.
Huh?
That's NBC. Yeah.
What's going on?
Stay on top of the wind and the gears and everything. Yeah.
That's the audio for the
Great
track noise.
information back and forth between the team and
They've messed up the frequencies. So I'm having to do that. So it's only on one ear for me, the track noise. Oh, they've got it back. There we go. They messed it up. Someone in the truck. Yeah, someone in the truck messed it up. 2:32.571 for Rosenquist across the line. That was annoying. The Coyotes P1 again. Reference to AJ Foyt as well. That's right, yeah. Vrukta says flying Ferrucci. Rosenquist watching on. What was that?
Consistency is the advice from pit lane.
Consistency is king. That's what you've got to remain with as well as they come into it. I don't know. I don't like the feeling, Rose. It's put in fourth, JT, but with so many faster people to come, I'd rather be up there with Ferrucci. I think Ferrucci's guaranteed to be in at the moment, but with what we've got coming through, it's hard.
Yeah, absolutely. More than 6 cars are in to go. Felix Rosenqvist's second lap speed was a 232.281, 3/10 down. Mile per hour wise on his last lap, but Ferrucci isn't guaranteed yet.
Yeah.
But with some fast names, Kirkwood, Rossi, Newgarden, McLaughlin, and Power out next, Rosenqvist won't be up there. That's confirmed. Larson did something special yesterday, so we'll have to see if he can do something special today as Rosenqvist goes up for the white flag.
White flag, and the third lap time is unknown, 232.384 on the board.
A little bit faster.
A little bit faster.
10.
It keeps him P4 though. I've yet to find out what. Oh, there it is. 232.384 is the lap time there on the board as it finally pops up on the monitor up here in the commentary box as everybody else now starts watching on. They start feeling the pressure here for the 500. Everybody knows it. Nobody wants to say it though, so I will. You make a mistake here, you are done for. You've got to be careful. Check it out. Rosenqvist, 231.986, the fourth lap. Averaged out fourth, 232.305. And TK shakes the hands there as well of his former racers. And yeah, Meyer Shank Racing go P4. We missed
Carl Larson next up, out on track, getting ready, and he will get sent by the INDYCAR officials. And there we go, Carl Larson out on track.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whoever is a fan of Kyle Larson, who's watching the Indianapolis 500 for the first time, tune in now. He's made his way to Sunday qualifying at the 500. He's inside as well, the Fast 12. He has qualified for the greatest spectacle in racing. He's already competed in the greatest race in America as well. The Great American Race at Daytona earlier on this year, JT. He's got the closest ever finish victory in NASCAR, 0.001. What else can this man have? Oh yeah, I know what he wants. He wants the Indy 500. He's prioritising this over the Coca-Cola 600. He's doing the double, but he says, I will finish the 500 before anything. That's insane.
Yep, absolutely. Due to race the All-Star race later on as well is Kyle Larson. That gets underway at, I believe, 1 a.m. British Summer Time at 8 p.m. Eastern as well. Kyle Larson on his warm-up lap here around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Yep, and guess who's covering? Hi. And guess who's got school at 9 a.m. in the morning? Hi.
Am I going to feel bad about that? Yeah.
No, you are fine.
All right.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
You've got a voice to rest for the chaotic weekend next weekend.
I have blown it
Green
as well.
flag in the air for Kyle Larson into turn 1 on his first lap of 4 on the 10 miles of his life.
237.427 on that first delta speed on the timing screen there, I noticed. That is insane. What's turn 3? Hang on a minute.
I saw 240 as he went into towards turn 3.
237.702, there we go, it updated. I was alarmed for a second as it comes to plus.
First lap.
This is quick. Larson, 233.453. Welcome!
He's got to keep it consistent, has Kyle Larson, to get into the Fast Six. Does Kyle Larson, but a very good first lap, the best of them all so far. Consistency is key here for Kyle Larson as he's on his second lap of 4. 240 I saw once more as he goes in towards turn 3.
If there's one person who knows about consistency, it is 100% Kyle Larson. He's used to ovals. He races them in NASCAR, but INDYCAR is more closer and compact. Second lap, 232.872. Averages it out, 2:33.162. It's still fast, it's still quick. Little bit of a lift I think I saw there as he got wide in one, but he'll pick that speed back up as he's still in 5th gear. Now down the backstretch, still in 5th, full throttle, building up speed as well.
Yep. Saw 239, did 241. Just flashed up on the speed there for a millisecond there. There's his team watching on. Kyle Larson goes across the line to take the white flag. What is it? It's a 232.578, average of 232.967. He's got to stay within 0.2 of a mile per hour here on his final lap, does Kyle Larson. That is doable here around IMS.
Coming down then, in towards turn 3 and 4 for the last time. All eyes on that speedo as he comes in. I saw 240, I see 240 again as he clips the apex of 3. Now he's moved up as well, into the running down the straight. Where is Kyle Larson? Is it safely in to the Firestone Fast Six for Indy 500 shot at pole position? Yes! It's 2:32.788. Kyle Larson jumps to the top, and he has a shot at pole for the greatest spectacle in racing. And listen to the speedway erupt.
An incredible 10 miles for Kyle Larson, top of the average speed, and with 5 cars to go, he's in.
Yeah.
Kyle Larson's into the Fast Six, everyone, and Ryan Hunter-Reay is out.
Yes, 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 yes. Ferrucci now may stand a chance to be in it. Well, it depends what happened next. Kyle Kirkwood is going to start his runs. Well, my voice is going to completely go, isn't it? This was the 78th Indianapolis 500, the May 29th in 1994 as well. What a run they had back from Pinterest.
Come on, they're pulling for this guy. There's a rivalry. NASCAR guys think they're better than Indy guys. Indy guys think they're better than NASCAR guys. But when he gets back to North Carolina, they're no more friends. They're not pulling for him then he becomes the competition. But that guy right there, I promise you, he has the skill to win the Indy 500.
Oh, and by the way, did we mention that he's going to do the All-Star race?
Yeah, this is just the first part of Kyle Larson's day. He's got to hop on the chopper to...
Here he is getting out of the car, and he is going to get the loudest cheer. There it is. IMS know a good result.
This means that he's going to have to stay here later, so that will be less gap between him doing the qualifying here and at North Wilkesboro for the All-Star race. Kyle Kirkwood, green flag, goes through turn 2 on lap 1.
If he gets the pole position, he has to do all the media meetings as well, which means he'll have to go to North Wilkesboro to do the All-Star race and then fly back here tomorrow to do practice, but also do all the media stuff extra if he gets pole position. But he's in the Firestone Fast Six.
Yes.
And we were writing him off in practice 4. We were writing him off.
I don't want to be this person, but with how fast Team Penske have been this week and in Friday, I don't think he's going to get pole, unfortunately. 232.686, lap 1 for Kyle Kirkwood.
He's finding the... Oh, my voice is... Right, hit. No, gone.
He's finding the pace, is Kyle Kirkwood. And through turn 3 and turn 4. And is
Jimmy
NBC
Johnson.
Him?
Looked like it. I just saw Jimmy Johnson as well as Jeff Gordon. 2 legends of NASCAR. 2:32.686 was Kirkwood's first lap time. Lap 2, 2:32.468. That's remarkably consistent, but it's enough to put him 5th overall. This might bump out Sato, but keep Ferrucci inside the top 6.
Yep, if Kirkwood goes 2nd, which he won't with his current rank as 5th, so Ferrucci is in to be confirmed, but if it keeps decreasing over the next 2 laps, Kyle Kirkwood could not make it.
Yeah, so Larson and Ferrucci are into the Fast Six.
Another 4/10 mile per hour drop, Josh.
Say again?
Another 4/10 mile per hour drop for Kyle Kirkwood on that lap. 232.085 3 lap average 232.413. To be in, he needs a 232.172 or higher, does Kyle Kirkwood, as he goes down the backstretch for the final time on his 10-mile run.
The little owl, Jack, points out never write off Larson. Second of the best to ever do it. Jimmy and Jeff as well, absolutely. Of course, Jeff Gordon, the only driver to win here 5 times on the oval in the Brickyard 400. Across the line comes Kyle Kirkwood, takes the checkered flag. 4th lap speed takes us to a 2:26.835.
He's not done it.
He hasn't done it, he's gone 7th. He's completely missed it. Kirkwood's completely missed it. 2:26 last lap, so he starts this race 7th on the grid.
Yep, 7th for now. Does Kyle Kirkwood?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
could...
out of one. Out of
What?
one. That's where he got it. The little slide out of the first corner. He knows it.
So, with that run, it's Kyle Kirkwood, Ryan Hunter-Reay out. Larson and Ferrucci. Carl Larson's down in the pits.
Just to make the Fast Six, you've done that. Do you have a car that can contend for the pole now?
I don't know. I think the Penske cars are really fast, but I guess we're getting ready to find out. Rossi's really good as well, but still pretty neat, to be in the Fast Six. So just happy with how the day is going. Felt like our car was good there. Didn't really migrate one way or the other. As long as I hit my marks, the balance feels relatively fine. If I miss my entry at all and want to get to the apex and I add some some wheel, I can kind of just scrub and then just get nervous about things. But overall, it was balanced. So huge thank you to everybody at Aero McLaren and Hendrick Motorsports, everybody who's been a part of this this experience. It's really cool so far. So pretty neat to be lined up on the front 2 rows for Sunday, no matter how the Fast Six goes. But just happy about it, and yeah, look forward to the rest of the day. It's only at the beginning so far.
Yeah, so how does this change things? You've got to run for the pole now. You got to stay all day.
Yeah, no, we'll just be cutting things a little closer for North Wilkesboro, but I've done my studying for that. I feel like I'm ready. We'll probably take a few laps to learn there. Hopefully if NASCAR can delay just a little bit and Fox can delay just a little bit, but yeah, I just look forward to getting there, seeing all the 5-team guys and getting to work with them and chasing $1 million, which I know we'll be well capable of doing tonight.
Kyle Larson continues to impress. Jeff Burton.
Jeff Gordon, you're one of NASCAR's greatest drivers ever, but you get to watch Kyle Larson every single week. Does anything that guy do surprise you?
People used to ask me or say to me,
Rossi, first lap time.
I used to think the same way, but I don't anymore. He just always steps up, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to be a part of this whole experience. I mean, the crowd getting into it, this team and how they've stepped up. I can tell you it's a lot different being on this side of the wall. It's very nerve-wracking, but it's also very exciting. Pretty pumped to be going to this Fast Six. So, yeah, amazing. And I know Rick's watching at home and enjoying it and riding the emotions along with the whole team.
Yeah, you can feel the...
Yeah, I'm going to stop it there, but look at Rossi, 2:33.568, fastest of the day so far from Alexander Rossi in that first lap. Second lap, 2:33.083. He's kept that average. He's kept it. 2:33.326 is the average. This is amazing from that McLaren.
Yep, Rossi is fast in the second Arrow McLaren out back-to-back. The third Arrow McLaren out in this fast 12. Currently, Alexander Rossi going down towards turn 3, 238. Does he at 240? No, he does not. 237.91, the speed trap said.
Out of the last corner, what's the third lap time speed? Does he keep that average? What is it? 2:32.911. He is still fastest. Average 2:33.187. In these conditions, we're not seeing the 2:34s that we saw yesterday. And the Chevy engines, just with their fixes, seem to be having something that can cook faster. But there's no cloud cover for Rossi down the straight like he was chasing yesterday. So this will have to be a very, very precise last corner to get himself in to the Fast Six here. To have a shot at pole. Larson and Ferrucci are already in. Will this kick out? Takuma Sato across the yard of bricks. Yes, it does. 2:32.724, averages out at 2:33.071, and Rossi goes fastest of all so far today. 2 McLarens into the Firestone Fast Six, and next up, it is the 3 Penske's that are about to change the landscape. Here's Ferrucci.
How much did you go after it in that first run?
Man, honestly, I don't know if we were going after it. We were just trying to get the balance right. When we came back from practice and our car was just not great, it's been the same thing we've been struggling with all month. You know, we've been within an inch of it, you know, every time we've gone out there. And we took a swing at the balance, which is not something you normally do going into the Fast 12. But, dude, we needed everything. And, yeah, so now I think we can look at the Fast 6, trimming out a little bit and see if we can not go for the front row or pole.
Santino Ferrucci is going for the pole later today.
This has been such a fun month of May. And now we bring you 3 cars from the same team. They are all Team Penske Chevrolets, and we start with the reigning Indianapolis 500 champ. This is how Joseph Newgarden did it, with a run to the line. It was a wild finish, went past the then reigning champ, Marcus Ericsson, to win his first Indy 500, and wanted to share the experience with the 300,000+ fans here at the Brickyard. He finally did it on his 12th attempt. And Newgarden has those fond memories. And fellas, Newgarden, like his 2 teammates, has been super fast.
He really has been super fast. What's Joseph Newgarden got to give us then as he comes across to start his lap time, JT? He's going to be in, but what if a shocker happens and the champion from last year hits the wall? Anything can happen as we start the lap.
Well, yeah, you've said it now. If it does happen, it'll be Joseph Newgarden taking the green flag, exit of turn 2 now on his first lap. It's McLaughlin up next, then Will Power up last. Rossi, Larson and Ferrucci are confirmed in the Fast 6, and Sato, Kirkwood, Hunter are confirmed not in the Fast 6. On the bubble is Felix Rosenqvist up towards the first lap speed. What is it? It's a 233.501.
He's cooked! What a time! What a time! Where's my timing screen anyway?
Joseph Newgarden down the backstretch. Let's see if he can keep the consistency in that Team Penske. 240 miles per hour I saw through turn 3, through turn 4, now up towards the yard of bricks, JB.
Second lap time needs to be consistent, keep it inside. It should be just 2 tenths down. It's a 2:33.175. It's matching what Rossi did, so it's a big drop off there. So 0.4 mile an hour. Yeah, Rossi was faster, so this should be quite fun.
Well, just under 3 attempts. He needs to keep as Newgarden heads into turn 3. Didn't hit 240 miles per hour on the speedometer that time round. Through turn 4, up towards the white flag.
And the third lap time is a 2:33.178 as he flashes by. The TV picture's a little bit off there. Yeah, so this is still time for P1. Oh, little twitch through 1. He had to correct as well. That might cost him a few miles per hour. The car drifting offline. He's kept it through 2 as he heads down the back straightaway.
Yep, and was slow to only 230 miles per hour through turn 2 as a result of that. 240 miles per hour through turn 3, now down towards turn 4. JB, take us home.
So, who is going to be in and out? Rosenqvist sits on the bubble, checker flags out. Newgarden comfortably goes through with a new top time. It's a 2:33.292 third lap, faster than the third, and puts the average at a 2:33.286. Up to the top by 0.2 mile per hour. Joseph Newgarden trying to do what hasn't been done since Helio Castroneves, And back-to-back 500 wins just takes the first hand with a great run here in the Fast 12. That is a serious measure. And now, here comes Scotty Mack. But what does Scotty know to get in there?
Yeah, absolutely. The second of third Team Penske cars in this Fast 12. But let's go down to the pit road.
Adjustments and probably didn't go exactly the right way. I think the temperature caught us out on what exactly was going to happen there. We just had a little bit of understeer, but what we thought we'd be on the bubble for the Fast Six. I think the McLarens kind of stepped it up there this afternoon. I think if I would have finished that last lap a little bit better, it would have been right in front of Felix. That's ultimately where we would have ended up. I was just chasing my tools so much that I dropped the weight jacker and then forgot about it when I got down to turn one. So that was just wasn't doing the team any justice with that. But little ways to go if we wanted to be in that Fast Six or even fighting for pole, right? One thing we know though is we got a good race car and we got a good starting position. So happy with how this month has progressed so far.
Thanks, Kevin.
Alexander Rossi is safely into the Firestone Fast Six. That's all you need to be. Is there more for the next run?
There is. We're trying to do this methodically. We're trying to go about this the right way with evolving track temps, and this place is unforgiving. So the team's done an amazing job, as I've said all month. The car's good, and we got one more thing for him coming up.
He won the 100th Indy 500 today. He's going for the pole.
Yeah, and now Scotty Mack is on his build-up lap time before he crosses the yard of bricks and starts a time. And I think this is going to be a mighty good performance. Green flag for Scott McLaughlin. Away we go. What does he know, JT? What's he got in his bag that he can take it through? That's the question.
Yep, absolutely. 238.45 miles per hour through the turn one speed trap. 239.442 through the turn three speed trap. 241 I saw just for a millisecond through turn three. Scott McLaughlin is fast, the second of the third. Team Penske's back-to-back. He goes up towards the line. It's an incredible lap one.
No! 233.870! Are you kidding me? Scotty does know! My God! What a time! And he's going to keep that average to keep up with Newgarden. The Penskes are flying, and it's going to be them who are going to probably knock out the front row when we get to the Firestone Fast Six later on. I can't believe the pace that these guys have.
Yep, absolutely. Through turn three once more for Scott McLaughlin. Turn four out towards the yard of bricks. We wait to see what the lap two speed is. It's a 233.669. The consistency is there.
What? That's the second fastest time. He said both. Oh, my voice. What on earth? Scott McLaughlin, he knows his way how to put it down. Scotty's got the legendary Pennzoil scheme that Rick Mears made famous. Indeed he does, Adam, and it's bringing him some good luck. Out of three, into four, to take the white flag. What's his third lap time speed as he comes across the yard of bricks? It's what? 2:33.4, 1:8. He is still mega fast.
And it's a 233.652 three-lap average for Scott McLaughlin down the backstretch for the final time.
My watch just hit 90% decibel. It's told me to shut up, basically. How loud am I going in the commentary box trying to get ultrasonic?
239.022 through the turn three speed trap. Scott McLaughlin towards the line.
Up towards the line. Takes the checkered flag. It's a 2:33.014. Average goes top. 2:33.492. 2 miles an hour faster than what we had. Unbelievable. Scott McLaughlin goes P1. And the last runner in the Firestone Fast 12 is Will Power. Pit road.
There you go. This is what you're going to run in. And McLaughlin saying, how cool. He told me the other day, I got a little bit emotional about it. He really has a close relationship with Rick Mears, and he feels honored to have that. There it is, there's the original. The Rocket. And the Rocket will be proud about what this guy has just done.
Well, and they have similar stories in that Rick Mears really started and cut his teeth in off-road racing out in Bakersfield, California, the high desert of California. And for Scott McLaughlin, he didn't race growing up in open-wheel formula cars. It was in stock cars, the V8 Supercar Series in Australia. So unconventional pasts, but Roger Penske, like he always does, so great at identifying rare talent and giving them a chance here at Indy. Joe New looks shocked at his teammate's speed. He's like, disturbed.
He did what? He went how fast? And the Thirsty Threes, as they're known, because of McLaughlin's car number, and that was the nickname McLaughlin gave to his team, they're pumped about it. So, 11 down, 1 to go. Who's left? None other than the greatest qualifier in the history of INDYCAR. 70 times Will Power has sat on the pole position. Here's his Verizon Chevy, and there's one really important piece of work, Hinch, that you have accomplished. You've sat on the pole position. Will Power's got to lock himself into the Firestone Fast Six here first, and then he'll be going for pole later this afternoon.
But will he actually get ready to go there, JT? That's the question. Can he take it? That's the big one, as we've lost timing and scoring up here in the booth.
Yep,
Oh, we got it
green
back.
flag for Will Power across the line in towards turn 1, 241 through turn 1.
I rest my case. He's about to make all of us go, what? I don't, but I just can't. I can't process this. I can't. This is an insane level of reaction.
Point decision based on when you get your tone and the marker on the back that you had already talked about.
Right, coming across the yard of Brixhead. What's the time? Just tell me the time. Tell me the time. Tell me the time. It's a 2:33.832. My God. Power is
What a lap
cooking.
from Will Power.
Power is cooking like crazy. I can't go that high. What are we going to see in the Fast Six when the track temperature gets cooler later on in the day?
234.
Yeah. Do we dare dream a 235? Do we dare?
Possibly.
The way this track is improving, the way that the sun beginning to set. Out of the last. Power is looking good. Lap 2 speed still coming up. Out of turn 4, I saw a 2:33 at the exit there. His third speed time is a 2:33 as well. What's this time around lap 2? 2:33.615. Again, only dropped 0.3. He is staying consistent. The average, 2:33.724. He's going to take the top, and that means that when he runs later, he'll have the best of the track conditions. It might be a power pole for the 500.
Yep, absolutely. Will Power down the backstretch now for the penultimate time, 240 miles per hour. Speed trap says 239.232. The best turn 3 speed trap for him as he goes up towards the white flag. What is his time, JB?
Oh my God, it's a 2:33.409. The average takes it down to 2:33.619. This is amazing from Power. They've remained consistent. They are doing fantastic. Fabrice says second fastest single lap. He'll be behind Scott. At the moment, he's keeping it top. The average is pushing it. He's still P1 into the last corner.
For Will Power.
Oh, here we go.
38.256 turn 3 speed trap, JB.
I think Fabrice might be onto something here. He's lost a lot of speed on this last lap. 2:33.079, 2:33.483 the average. It's small, but Power goes second, and McLaughlin tops the fast 12. Proves he's faster. Larson and Ferrucci go through the top 6 that will have a shot at the 500. McLaughlin, Power, Newgarden and Rossi, Larson and Ferrucci locked in. 7 VK, 8 Award, 9 Rosenquist, 10 Sato, 11 Kirkwood, 12 Hunter-Ray. Here's McLaughlin.
And Will Power, love your reaction. You were just smiling and laughing the whole time at this intra-team battle.
It's awesome. Just really proud. taken a lot of hard work to get here with the team, and Pennzoil Chevy Yellow Submarine feels so good. It's been a long old drought from pole position for this car, so I'd love to do it for the guys, but anytime we can get a Team Penske on the front row, that's the main thing. But yeah, I'm excited to go again. Like, the car is so good right now, and hopefully we can put up a big number.
You told the guys after practice this morning when you were coming in, I don't care what the time chart says, that's the best we've been all month long. Did you know that lap was going to be that big, that first one, though?
The first one felt pretty good. It was moving around a little bit, and anytime you're a little bit free, loose is fast, right? And I felt pretty good, and it's just a matter of putting the lap together. And yeah, I think we're in the game. Just got to execute now.
It's going to look like a Team Penske shootout for the pole for the 108th running, Dylan.
Marty Joseph Newgarden is right there, third fastest right now. It's so tight, and you're racing, qualifying against your teammates. How can you make up the difference this second time out?
I think it's going to be tight. You know, it's going to be a couple details here or there that you got to really execute properly. You got to make a good choice, but conditions are going to cool a little bit, so it'll be interesting to track that and see what everyone decides. But yeah, it's a good showing for Team Penske. You know, we've had fast cars since we showed up. It's just a testament to our entire team. It takes a lot of people all year round to make these cars fast when we show up, and they've done a great job. So really proud of everybody, and excited to see what happens here. I'm glad we made it to the Fast Six, and just happy we have a shot at it. So we'll see what we can put together with the shell car.
It's tough to put 4 laps together like that one time. Doing it again the second time and trying to lock out the front row, how big of a task is that?
The next one's the big one. So it's not easy, but yeah, it's gonna be a challenge.
All right, it's gonna be fun, guys. Team Penske car is going for the front row sweep for the second time in Indianapolis 500 history.
That's a great point, Dylan. And last time was 1988. Al Unser Sr., Danny Sullivan, and Rick Mears. And there's the captain standing beside, squatting there beside Rick. And can they do it again? It's been such a long time, but Team Penske has the best shot at repeating a little bit of Indianapolis 500 history, Marty.
Will Power had to take a moment to get a fresh drink of cold water, and boy, after how rough practice was this morning, Will, is it relief that you feel after that incredible run for you?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're right there. Yeah, so just got to put it together in the next one a little bit better.
How was that run compared to what you had this morning, and what can you do to make it even better for this Fast Six run?
Yeah, I was just a little loose, having to chase it out of every corner, so can improve it for sure, just a little bit. Won't have quite as big a drop on that last lap.
I think the first time I heard you say it's going to be an all-Team Penske front row was about March or so. How did you know this was coming, Will?
I just knew how much work we've done. I knew how much work we've done, and I knew that other cars would lose speed because they were running those old push rods, which is probably about half a mile an hour. So that was a game for us. Then everything else, and Chevy works really hard in the engine. So there was many pluses for us. So I was going to be shocked if we weren't fighting for a pole.
There you go. It means a lot to win the pole here for Indianapolis. Hence, you know that. But my question is...
So, as Fabrice points out in the chat, Fabrice, it says it's an all Chevy Fast Six. Penske 1, 2, 3, 2 Arrow McLarens, and Ferrucci in the AJ4 as well. Bang on. Let's go through then who's knocked out. Venus VK in 7th. Pato O'Ward is 8th. Felix Rosenquist is 9th. They lock out row 3. Takuma Sato, row 4. He starts 10th. Carl Kirkwood is 11th. And Ryan Hunter-Reay is 12th overall as well. Let's see where we get. Let's head back to NBC as we prepare for Bump Day and the final last chance qualifiers.
To be a part of the conversation. Watch Hunter-Reay, though, next weekend on the starting on the outside lane. He has a history of going high and getting aggressive and making it happen.
There's Venus VK with his wife Carmen, a little bummed. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Scotty Mack. He'll be the last to go in the Firestone Fast Six, and the captain's pleased.
So a break as they come into it, but JT is still here in the comms box, and I know that Jackson's now watching on in the background as well. I'm waving to him on the new comm cam. Go on, JT.
We love the new back panel. absolutely love it. As just
same here.
getting ready in the
Yeah, I put my headset on like a good broadcaster should, so I can actually hear everyone. Because they've got to an ad break, haven't they? Over there as well. Pick a poll.
You guys got all the mics going on right now.
Yeah, 2. Do you want third? You got the fourth on the desk.
Oh
over
my
there.
gosh!
You can see the fourth on the desk over there as well, just behind the monitor there. So yeah, got them all. I think one of them's going dodgy as well. But yeah. Hello, Jackson. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm in the middle of finals right now, but I can't. If I have to procrastinate for one thing right now, it's gonna be Indy quals. Like, how could it not be?
Absolutely, I'm with you on that. What have you got, JT?
I'm going to show you on the combox cam. I think my backup headset is worse than your one. Look at the state of the inside of that.
Yeah, that is bad. Mine just give me blisters on the ears as well. Right, I think we're getting ready for the last row. Actually, quickly, can Graham Rahal get in, Jackson? That's what I want to ask you. What's been your take on all this little drama he's had?
Interesting look at telemetry. I'm not sure who had it, but I think it might have been an issue with the throttle and not the engine itself. The telemetry on the 500 broadcast wasn't showing that being wide open, and again, we know it's not directly an engine problem. Sato was potentially being the butt of that with, you know, him maybe getting a better engine being paired with Honda as a factory guy. They're all assigned serially in engine. They're not playing any favors. I think it's something to do with the cockpit of Graham Rahal, guys.
I'm with you on that, to be fair, Jackson. It makes more sense than what we're seeing, where he just, for some reason, he is only losing traction when all the other Rahals have managed to get in. He's losing traction on it as well. So we're getting ready for the We're getting ready then for the last row shootout. Let's hand over to NBC.
Doing the double today and tonight and next week as well. Rossi, Newgarden Power and McLaughlin. That's how they'll run a little later this afternoon as we say good afternoon to Kim Kuhn.
Hey Lee, well we know what today and the Indianapolis 500 means to teams and drivers, but it also means a lot to fans. There have been families that have been coming to the Indy 500 and its surrounding events for generations, including Tom and John Zagala. Their father is the one who imparted a love for this event onto them. He first came in 1930. Tom and John first came in 1964. How many Indy 500s have you been to?
55.
55. What about you, Tom?
Only 53.
Only 53. And today is the most stressful day of the year for the teams. How would you describe bump day, pole day?
Pretty much edge of your seat. Yeah,
What would you say?
you know, as a car owner driver, it's insane. I mean, you got to go out and qualify so many times, so that's got to drive you crazy.
I got to show you. It is intense for the fans, too. Tom is taking track of all of the 4-lap averages of every single qualifying run. This is just one of many fan stories that make the Indianapolis 500 and its event so cool.
All right, so we've been dealing with those drivers at the front end of the field. You want to talk about a pressure cooker? These 4 are going for 3 spots, including 2022 Indy 500 winner Marcus Ericsson.
Last chance, Nolan Siegel, Marcus Ericsson, along with Catherine Legg and Graham Rahal. They're the ones going in to change over as well in just a few moments' time. The one difference with now being on NBC is ad breaks, which means that we have to talk. I've really missed that, and no Tom Gamewell as he's busy. So I have to do.
Isn't he there?
Yeah. Say again?
Isn't Gamewell still there, or has he left?
No, he's not. Well, he's at the track. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, because he was at IMS recording stuff for Sky.
He must have come back then.
Bones.
Yeah. Hello.
Whoops.
So I was looking. Was that you, Jackson?
Yeah, it was.
Look at the current conditions then. 88 Fahrenheit as well. Who do you think is going to get bumped, Jackson? That's the question for you.
It seems like all eyes on Nolan Siegel, right? And rookie has no experience, but I want to point out a really special story here. We've got a guy who walked up to that timing stand this morning that no one expected. The orange shirt wearing, shorter Brazilian man, Tony Kanaan, who, with permission of Arrow McLaren, wanted to join Nolan in that booth, saying, I know what this pressure is like. I want to be with this kid and go through it, and I want to see if I can help him make something special here. A couple years ago, we watched a former F1 driver get bumped by a first-timer, and I would not be surprised if we see Marcus Ericsson pack things up early here, gentlemen.
Oh, that's a brave call.
This might be the closest
Here it is.
row in history. Certainly the fastest.
This place doesn't come easy, and it doesn't just happen.
We can't really run again unless Jack bumps us.
The stress of bum day is absolutely real. Just ready for this day to be over.
If we found a quarter mile an hour on average, that would put us in the race.
Is he in the 500 or is he out?
How tough was this week for you to go through?
I knew from the start we were in trouble.
You, my friend, are in the Indianapolis 500.
It's an amazing feeling and an awful feeling at the same time.
So you ready to go really fast? Yes, sir. I'm so ready.
This is tracking to be a monster 4-lap average for Alex Palou.
Way to hang on to it. Way fun, man.
They haven't even started the race yet, and look at how this team celebrates pole.
How nerve-wracking was it to watch those cars try and knock you off one by one?
It was tougher than doing the 4 laps.
P2. Oh, my God.
Thrilling, dramatic, relief, exuberation, all of the emotions for qualifying for the greatest spectacle in racing.
This is what it all comes down to. Are your dreams about to be made, or are your dreams about to be crushed? 33 cars can start the Indianapolis 500. 34 have entered. After a full week of practice, one driver is about to go home. This is it. Green light for 1 hour. What have you got? The last chance qualifying begins now. And first out on the track is Nolan Siegel, and JT, we know that he has had a horrible week and so far has yet to even get into the 230 mile an hour lap times.
Yep, absolutely as well. Nolan Siegel out first, then it's Ericsson, Legg, Rahal, and then I believe it goes into the 2 lanes, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah.
For the hour as well. Just some stats from the Fast 12. The difference between Scott McLaughlin in first and Joseph Newgarden in third, 0.1359 seconds. The difference between Scott McLaughlin in first and Ferrucci in sixth, half a second were the top 6 separated by as well. Nolan Siegel starts his warm-up lap.
Well, as a 19-year-old, at least you can say I've been upside down in a crash at Indianapolis. That was in practice 5 on Friday. Just suspension damage, nothing damage to the actual car. Now they've rebuilt it, pushed it back out, but the car still, with the aero package, failing to get up to 230 mile an hour. It's been stuck in the 229s throughout the entire parts of day 2 and day 1 qualifying. Even in the practice session earlier on, couldn't do it. Bump day.
I want to remind you, gentlemen, that this is a road course chassis as we see Nolan Siegel, the 18-year-old from Paso Alto, taking the green flag. Want to remind you guys, this is a road course chassis pulled from Jack Harvey at Long Beach. Very similar to what we saw Juncos Racing do several years ago. So can we find the speed in this road course chassis converted to go on the big track?
Do you think he can? 230 plus? I mean, it's out there now, but on the straightaways, it's never got up there. It's always struggled.
Same level of issue slightly for Kyle Kaiser when he was doing it. Lap number 1, what do we have here, Josh?
2:29.808. Not fast enough again. It's slower than the time he set in practice too on his fastest run. So, well, practice earlier on, the 7th practice session. Can he build that average? Come on, just in the first run at least. Get out there and see if he can go in. He'll be bumped anyway, so he'll get another run. But JT, it's heartbreaking.
Yep, absolutely. For Nolan Siegel, goes out of turn 4. It's a 229.776. So consistency is there currently.
Okay, the car can do it, Jackson, as well. That's the good thing.
100%. And again, track's only going to get warmer here as the day goes on, although we know that a couple of clouds in the right areas could go a very long way for any of these drivers. But again, this is just the control group right here. We have no true measurement here until Nolan takes the checkered on lap 4.
Yep. Average currently at the 229.792s, so they'll hold it through. Everybody at Dale Courtney Racing is holding their breath. Cross the line then for lap 3. What's Siegel's time? 19 years old. Takes the white flag. It's a 229.457. I really hope this doesn't end up in the 228s if it's a really bad last lap. Keep it together.
I have gone racing mode on my whiteboard, Josh.
Make that 2 former Chip Ganassi racing drivers watching along in the timing stand. Charlie Kimball now alongside there. Coming outside of the back end of the racetrack, all eyes on Nolan Siegel. Josh, they're coming down the main straight.
It is going to be the slowest time of the weekend so far, but it's a starting point in this bump day. It's a 229.566, an average time. It dropped to the last lap to a 0.226. So that's the opening time. But Rahal this morning did a 229.4. So even he could still face elimination. Siegel might get out on Rahal's mistake.
And when I mean, Josh, I've gone full operation mode on my whiteboard. Let me show it up to Comcam. This is the table I'm working with.
That's a good table.
And
I really thought that was an iPad. I'm gonna keep it real with
you.
you.
And there it is for the camera. It's the first, second, and third run for all the drivers. Ericsson up next, out on track, with his warm-up lap.
That's an
and
iPad.
There is an iPad.
That's an iPad down there on the monitor as well. We put Comcam back up. Comcam up a bit too high.
Siegel's on for a cool lap as well to cool the engine down.
Not really supposed to do that. I don't even remember to tell him that.
Now, is it different in bump day because it's only an hour?
It should be automatic. He shouldn't really do that. He should have
because
boxed.
they may. Because it's only an hour and the car needs time to cool down normally.
I love the old school timing board, Kelly says as well out there. So Siegel's going to come into the pits, and we'll get the other running on. Let's hand it over to NBC. Go on.
Yes, I know the line is an absolute mess. I did do it freehand, not with a ruler. Marcus Ericsson out on track.
It's qualifier. That's the case for Marcus Ericsson.
And with a team like Andretti Global, but like Townsend said, there's a reason why they're in this situation, and usually it's because something has gone wrong. And Marcus said, I have no one to blame but myself. This was on Thursday afternoon. Lost control and made contact 3 different times. Here's number 2, and then gets the separator, we call the attenuator, separating pit lane from the racetrack. So this is a new car that was used last year by Devlin DeFrancesco. They made major changes, even considering trying a different chassis this morning. Stayed with it, made a lot of changes in the practice, but Marcus said, it's still not where we want to be. We're still fighting. It's something we can't find, but he told me just a few minutes ago, we're done chasing it. This is what we have, no more changes. We've got about 1.5 miles to spare in speed. Let's see what we get and just get it in the show.
Well, what does Marcus think about qualifying? He's conquered it. He's won the Borg Warner. What does he think about this passage of the month of May?
Always starting that last lap on a qualifying run is something special about it, because you know you're on the limit of the car, the tires are getting used at this point, and you just have to keep it flat for another lap, and that's a mental challenge. That's something else for sure.
So we're getting ready with a green flag lap time for Marcus Ericsson. Has he got it? Jackson's joined us now full-time up in the booth as well from the other camera as they continue to push down. Remember to unmute on Discord and mute on the Ninja, otherwise we get 2 of you to come in as well. But JT, this is going to be an absolute run and a half now.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh,
First
no!
lap, 230.995.
That's a disaster! Oh, Jackson, that is a disaster.
What did I say? We don't know how down in the dumps Siegel will be until we see the rest of these three guys run. Track's about as warm as it's going to be all day right now. And again, this is going to be closer than I think we thought initially, gentlemen.
Oh, ho, ho. Right, Catherine Legg could really embarrass them all here and qualify in. That's what I'm sensing, and I'd love it if that was true.
Noted, I can spell Siegel, but I can't spell Ericsson on my whiteboard.
2 S's, 1 R. Cross the line,
Yeah.
lap 2, it's a 230.533, so the average now puts it at a 230.764. NBC are counting this wrong. NBC have got the wrong graphics. They've counted lap 1 as, well, lap 2 as lap 1. They've got it wrong. We've got it right. We're better than NBC, everybody.
Let's not make that official.
I mean, it's not
statement.
that hard, Josh.
Well, we've got it right.
Okay, gentlemen.
Oh, come on, Jackson.
I know we're allowed to say that because we're not getting paid, but...
There it is. White flag in the air. And that should give them a bit of a hint that they're on the wrong lap. It's a 230.433. Average comes down to a 230.653. Has he backed off? He has. Did he lift there?
Looks like he has, yep.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And I'll tell you what, Josh, looking at how this leaderboard is, I don't think Siegel completed a run either. This just looks like advanced installation runs and everyone kind of testing the waters here so far.
Yeah. So lap abandoned on 3 of 4. Let's have a look our timing screens up as it did yesterday. So we wait to go again.
I believe did complete one. I think NBC is just having a little bit of a...
They're having what we had just... Oh, he's taken the flag. 195.411, average of a 227.02. Fabrice says easily better than NBC. Well, to be fair, yeah. Although yesterday NBC had the correct timing tower, whereas we didn't up here in the box. Yeah, Ericsson's time has been cancelled.
1-1.
Yeah. Everyone's puzzled at Andretti as to why that happened.
Well, it's a very spread out field. We've got Kirkwood in the Fast 6 now, I believe.
Yeah.
Did he make that transfer? No, it's all Chevy.
All
Made
Chevy,
it to the Fast
yeah,
12,
yeah.
did not get that second cut.
Yes.
All 3 Penske's, the 2 McLarens, and Ferrucci in the AJ Foyt, off the top of my head.
Ericsson onto his pull down lap now.
White the flag, white. White flag, white, which means 1 to go, and he gets out of the throttle.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh, he made an error. Oh, Marcus
Oh,
Ericsson.
man.
He thought it was the checkered flag, not the white flag, and he lifted off thinking the run was over. Of all the
And Siegel.
Oh my
Go,
God.
Josh.
Of all the rookie things to do, a winner here. Oh my God, go on, take it, Jackson. I'm gonna need a pill.
Don't crack under pressure, a motto we've heard so frequently here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And just freezing up at comms, both mentally and on the pedal. That's a big freeze up for a man who was almost a 2-time winner. Siegel's lap on the board now, 9 miles an hour and change faster than the Swede.
Should have gone to Specsavers. Or Vision Express for Jackson.
Or a hearing aid.
Yeah, that's true as well.
The
Yeah.
case here. And we're big lens crafter folks over here, so.
I think mine is
Catherine
Specsavers.
next out on track.
Glasses place.
Might be a look to see if it says anywhere whether it's Specsavers or not. I think they are.
I do need prescription happening, by the way. First thing when I graduate.
I've had mine since 2016. Same pair.
So Marcus Ericsson, who was clearly told white flag, backs out of it. I don't know if there's a second half of radio communications we didn't see there.
Yeah.
The 32 car looks like, according to NBC, is going to be marked as an incomplete run, but I'm not sure if that was freezing up because Marcus thought it was checkered or if maybe there was some kind of mechanical mishap. But now on track here is Atlanta resident but UK native, the only female in the field, Catherine Legg.
Come on, Catherine, what have you got to show us? Embarrass them all. That's what we want. I really want them to be embarrassed. I really, really do. It'd be too funny not to be. Okay, I can't find the actual timing screen that we had, so we're just leaving as it is. Catherine starts her lap time. She was in a 2:31 this morning in practice 7. Can she now wipe the field away in the ELF car? Eyes, lips and face, the first ever cosmetic brand to run in the Indy 500 with a livery. She hit the wall yesterday, Jackson. She kept it full throttle.
And Ashton Harrison, friend of our channel at Outlap, instantly tweeted, "This is the moment that's making me currently run to Target and go buy some ELF cosmetics," because, oh my gosh, only female driver, but the cojones Cat Legg had yesterday.
Yes.
Decent lap 1.
2:30.812. Yes. Yes.
No hands were harmed in this broadcast by an umbrella. I just want to say that.
Should I ask about the umbrella, or?
I can have a stick if you like. I mean, I've got that too. Come on, Catherine.
I just remember when you had, I think it was a bee in the box during a broadcast, and you had the Left 4 Dead bat.
Oh yeah, where is that? I don't know where I've put it now.
Lap 2 coming up towards the line to complete lap 2. It's a 230.629 onto the penultimate lap.
She's got it.
Good stuff so far.
Come on.
We're going to see if she can keep that pace easily, so far quicker than the other coin car of Siegel, because she's managed to keep that car. Not sure if we can say in one piece after that little brush against the wall yesterday, but definitely more intact than the rookie has. Down the short chute now for the second lap, Josh Birch.
A little bit of a twitch. You might notice as well that the front nose cone's a little bit redder. In the quote, they've put some lipstick on it and some bionic blusher they want to have out there. White flag, lap 3 takes it at a 2:30.091. She is still cooking. Catherine Legg is going to qualify, but nearly puts it in the wall at the exit of turn 1 on her 4th and final run.
Consistency, the name of the game so far on this run. Not a lot of drop-off, but not a lot of necessarily big time here as she makes her way into turn 3 for the final time.
Out of it, up to the line. Little bit of a twitch there. She hasn't hit the wall this time around. Still time, out of the last corner. A little bit of a kiss towards it. No, she nearly follows the same pattern. Checkered flag. It's got to be fast. It's got to be good. What's the time for Catherine Legg? It's a 2:28.847. She's averaged a 2:30.092. Catherine Legg is currently in the 500.
Provisionally, but again, Josh, we've still got one more individual to run, but so far, obviously faster than Ericsson. Just a bit quicker than Siegel. We're going to have to see, though,
there's the twitch.
Just how fast we're looking. That little twitch there on the exit of, that looks like 2. Yes, it is. Bit of a twitch there. Manages to correct it. Oh, and man, that's almost what, if you turn back the clock to earlier this week, that's exactly what caught out VK. Some great balls to the wall driving there for Cat Legg.
Now this is a run to see what will happen with Rahal out next. Catherine Legg starts her cooldown lap to cool down the engine, and then Rahal will be sent out behind her, and Rahal will be interesting to see.
She's backed off ever so slightly. Rahal's on the money now. Oops, and that was well timed because timing and scoring on my iPad just went off as well. Now I'm trying to cook, but it's being...
We're waiting for Graham here. Did we already have the plenum talk? You gentlemen are aware of what was causing all the Chevrolet issues yesterday?
We never know. It was the heating, wasn't it? The track overheated.
It was the plenum, which is essentially where the natural air combines with the recycled air of the turbocharger and then is mixed with the fuel and goes into the combustion chambers. For whatever reason, that was overheating greatly for all of the Chevy cars, and dynos for Ilmor and Chevrolet globally were running overnight. They've looked to find a map that they're happy with, and I mean, we've got an all Chevy front row right now, gentlemen, so it looked like it was working.
We've got an all Chevy Fast Six as well.
Well, yeah.
It's 2 rows, isn't it, off the top of my head? I don't want to see that again. Although his daughter's won now, so I don't want to see that again from Graham. I don't. I want him on top and in the 500.
Warm-up lap now across the yard of bricks.
And a reminder this morning, he did a 2:29.4. That's currently going to put him just ahead of Ericsson, but not much as well. That was nerve-wracking for Catherine. She almost lost the car twice. Go, Catherine Legg, girl power, says Adam as well. She had a Darlington strip thing happen to her yesterday as well. Rushing the wall. Ericsson surely not from Rob Brown as well. He's in trouble. Here comes Graham Rahal though. He hasn't started the lap yet. Can he get his way in to the greatest spectacle in racing for the first time in 2 years on pace? Because last year, he replaced Stefan Wilson. He got bumped. He only raced because, well, to be fair, Catherine Legg, his teammate, did sort of just knock out Stefan Wilson for him in practice 9. But what have we got here? First lap times looking steady, chaps.
Good exit there on to the back stretch. Obviously running some special colors for the 500. Tribute to the United Rentals crew. But jokingly, he said, you know, if the blue and orange combos worked so well for all these other drivers, might as well give it a shot for me. It hasn't worked out so well for him this month of May. He's coming back down to the main stretch, though. Let's see if it finally goes his way, Josh.
2:30.396. He's in the show at the moment. Just on the cusp. Bobby Rahal watches on. Legend in INDYCAR as well. And a little bit of a side note, former Jaguar team principal in Formula One, of course. Let's not forget that in the year he spent there in 2001. Rahal's into turn 2 and 3, JT. He's keeping that pace up, but I don't know, can he keep that average below what Catherine Legg has? I think he might just go ahead of Siegel here, but it's a worry.
Yeah, absolutely. Graham Rahal out of turn 4, up towards the yard of bricks for the second time. On to his penultimate lap now. It's a 2:29.998.
Right, Ericsson's
going to... 2 lap average, 230.1 times 7.
Yeah, Ericsson's going to run again. That's obvious. I
think everyone's going to get another run here at this rate.
Well, we're half an hour in. So, yeah, they will. Everyone will get one more lap. 32 minutes left.
A little bit of a...
Go on.
Sorry.
No, go on, off you.
Bit of a history lesson here. Bobby Rahal started his own team in 1992, ran a few races on Honda Power, and promised to stay away from them after consistent power. Go back to 2020, Takuma Sato won for his team on Honda Power, and people kind of saw that as a proof that time can heal all wounds. But you look at the past 2 years, and it's been, despite the success with Lundgaard, at the 500, it's still been consistent problems for the descendant of the legend, Bobby. Let's see if he can finally get himself with some good cushioning here on the final kind of couple corners.
Into the last turn. His lap 3 was a 2:29.833 mile per hour. Fourth lap across the yard of bricks. Takes the checker flag. It's a 229.669. It puts him at 2:29.974. It puts him in the show, but Ericsson has to run again. So again, he's close with Siegel on that time, but Ericsson is officially at the moment bumped. Now, everybody, free for all. Who goes first?
100%. I'll ask this for you guys, and I'm not saying this about driver talent, but rather the hardware that she's been given. Were we expecting Cat Legg to have the fastest run first time out?
I predicted she might, but I didn't expect it. I thought she might have it at the end of the overall run, not first out.
I mean, I thought Ericsson was a gimme, and then obviously none of us were expecting what's happened. Engine cover is still off for that crew, and I'm curious if that really was more of a mechanical issue and something we didn't see, or that NBC's broadcasters didn't see, as they're still going to work on there for a second run.
Kevin Lee on the broadcast, I've just had a tweet through from Christopher DeHard, said Marcus Ericsson thought the run was over, so he did think the run was over.
Oh,
Kevin Lee.
Brutal.
Getting worse and worse, isn't it? Are they going to ad break? Yeah, they are. They are going to ad break over on NBC, which is always good because it means that we have to do more talking.
Yeah, so let's just run through the average speeds for you if you're listening on the radio. It's Catherine Legg is first with a 230.092. Graham Rahal in second, a 229.974 four-lap average. Siegel is a 229.566. Then Marcus Ericsson, NBC are showing him as no time set, but it was a 220.702 incomplete run for Marcus Ericsson, who is currently bumped if it stays like this. But with everyone getting one run, hopefully, in later on in this hour, we're halfway through, as you said, Josh Birch, as well, just getting the cars cooled down.
So, what is going to happen next? To run you through it, we've all now done a lap. Now, the lanes will get put out. You can either go in lane 1 and lose your time, or you go in lane 2, keep your time, and get another run and wait for somebody else. But this is where it gets tricky, Jackson, because, well, what do you do? You're not going to lose your time, are you? Rahal's back in now.
You're not going to lose your time, but it definitely feels like you want to play the waiting game, right? Because track conditions aren't looking like they're getting any better. But if you're like Marcus Ericsson, you know you got to get out and get a real number on the board. Yeah. Maybe if you're anyone else, is it worth it now to kind of risk it and see if you've got more speed in that thing, even with the worsening conditions? It's really a game of trade-offs here, even with those times staying alongside you, Josh.
Let's head over to NBC then as we wait for more cars to venture around the track. They're in the cool-down period at the moment. We have 28 minutes to go in this segment of qualifying.
That'll give you a little window into what it has been like, and for some, it has not been so pleasant. Think about what you were doing at 19, and now spare a thought for that kid there, Nolan Siegel. Not a full-time regular in the IndyCar series. He will be one day. Super talented, very articulate young man, and he is in the biggest pressure cooker of his young driving career, fighting for a spot on the last row, and he's got a motivational wall in the Dale Coyne Racing team area here just off Gasoline Alley, and good motivation gets everybody through.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've got some photos when I was 19, James, but they're buried deep in the garage. What are those birds about? What's the motivational element going on there?
Not sure. And I think I've seen some of those photos. They ended up on hero cards of yours with your frosted tips.
Oh, they get worse than that, trust me.
So there's a lull now because they're trying to cool the cars. Everybody's thinking about what they're going to do. And let's talk more about the United Rentals Honda of Graham Rahal. Marty, tell us more.
He is in for now, Diff, but what were his thoughts on that last run? Listen in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not pulling the gears, man. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like, I mean, the balance isn't bad, a little neutral, a little bit of both, but honestly just scrubbing a little because sliding, but, I mean, it just doesn't pull the gear.
So a couple of things. There's about 34 minutes left in this session. Derek Davidson told me he would love 30 minutes to cool the engine down if Graham Rahal does indeed need to run again. But Hinch, that's since they changed engines midweek, that's like the 5th or 6th time I've heard Graham Rahal say it's just not pulling the gear. What does he mean when it's just not pulling the gear in the 15 car?
So you gear these race cars. The engineers will gear the race cars for a certain top speed. They know roughly what the acceleration is. You know what the weight of the car is, what the drag of the car is. And so they will gear for a certain top speed. What Graham's saying is that something is holding the acceleration of that car back, and he's not able to pull up to the top of the gear the way that they expect to. So essentially, in a way, the gears are almost a step too long for what this car can pull, even though his teammates and math tells you that you should be able to run these gears.
And the mystery, Marty, is what is it? And there can be hundreds of things in a race car. Aerodynamically, there can be drag-related elements that can contribute to that. Then there's mechanical things, the uprights, the wheel bearings, the gearbox, the engine. That's what they've been trying to find over the last few days, and so far, they've come up short with a solution.
Marcus Ericsson And that Delaware Life Honda has left pit lane. The information we're getting is that this is a cool-down lap.
I think it is
Trying
because
to get
we
some air
saw
through the system.
Yeah, we saw used tires going on Ericsson's car, so they're going to try to bring engine temp down, Kevin.
Oh, so it's not an actual run for Marcus Ericsson right now. They're bringing the engine temperatures down, I believe. That's what we're seeing right now then out here on the circuit. So it kind of makes sense, but he is running out there as well. We've just had news that Marcus Ericsson has been, well, his lap time's been deleted, and this lap time has been deleted by the stewards for unallowed work. So that's why he's out there right now, but not allowed to do a time. So taking the engine cover off, I assume, and the work on pit road is the unallowed work. So that's not great at all. So this is a cool lap. We'll see where he goes from there. But Jackson, you've got an interesting stat story for us.
Well, first of all, some great research from Omi. We want to talk about guys who have started from the back row. That's 31st to 33rd the most. And you want to put that down to maybe, you know, some certified field fillers or some nobodies. How about Al Unser Sr., absolute legend, drove for Team Penske, one of the most history individuals in the Speedway's history, part of the biggest family in the 500's history, 8 times from the back row. And by no means do I want to say that if you're starting from the back row, you don't have a chance of winning this. 1992, Scott Goodyear started from last, 33rd, was a part of one of the closest Indy 500 finishes in history by losing to Unser Jr., by the way, by just 0.043 seconds. Interview with Cat Leg right now.
It was a lot. It was hook snapping on me, and I managed to stay in it for 3 laps, but the last lap it was just too much. I know that if we can go out and fix some of the aero balance, that we can go faster because we can stay flat, but really, really hoping we don't have to.
And after this morning, which was, I won't say error-free, but it was a pretty good morning.
Yeah, no, it was great this morning, and we haven't touched the car, so I know what I would do on the next run with my tools. I tried going stiffer on the front bar, but that just gave me push to exit and didn't really fix it. So I think I'd just crank a bunch of right front weight in it, bit of downforce, and just send it for 4 laps at maybe slightly slower speed, but that last lap is what cost us, so I think we can definitely go faster. But I mean, it's a lot, like sitting there. Didn't have to do it last year, and even though we have tools and stuff to keep cool, calm, and collected, and I have an awesome team of people around me and some great support, it still gets you in the guts, you know?
Good job keeping that run together for Catherine.
So consistency looks strong for Kat, but again, it's looking like she's still looking for a lot of different picks in there. So Josh Burch, it's looking like it's going to be a in the wall or in the show kind of mentality for the next couple runs.
That's the perfect way we like it, isn't it? Especially on bum day. I don't want any of them to go. I feel like I've connected with them all by commentating on them. Catherine Legg, fastest woman in history. She's gone out there. She brushed the wall yesterday. She's in a new team this season. She is quick. Graham Rahal doesn't want to go out like he did last year. Nolan Siegel, he's the youngest ever. He's in the field. He's the rookie, 19 years old. Ericsson, winner here, not doing a thing. I just, you can't bear it. And I don't think my voice can bear it either. Slowest run ever currently happening right now at Indy 500. I think the 1914
I don't know about
first
that.
run. Well, maybe the 1911 first run could beat
I was
this
going to say,
time.
if you look back.
Yeah. But this
not the only one to feel that connection, because I agree with that. Hello, everyone.
Oh, hello, Jess.
Echo
Hi, Jess.
Ninja.
I was just,
yeah, Ericsson, 157 miles per hour is lap 3, so definitely cooling the engine down here for Marcus Ericsson. Now, no one is queuing, and I've not looked down pit road, but I know for a fact that no one is queuing because they haven't called this run off, Josh.
That's true. They would have yelled
It's
at
the waiting
it.
game, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, this is fun. I love the back channel.
And I am going to have absolutely massive joy in writing an average speed of 168.986 on the second run.
Hold on, that's
That
a
is
very quick
still
time.
faster than when Parnelli Jones just broke the 150 mile an hour limit.
And it
We'll
looks
just
so.
let you
Thing is,
know about that.
it looks so slow, but If I was in that car right now, I'd probably be doing the same. Oh, wow.
So from the front of the field going back, you've got a veteran female driver who just gave up their full-time IMSA ride to go and give this a shot. You've got a family member of racing royalty who's been on the wrong end of this month for the second time in a row. You've got a young rookie who's going double duty between Indy Next and this whenever he can, just trying to make anything happen with a road course car. And you've got a defending winner, a former Formula One driver, who's really, really trying to make something happen after a big crash. 2 big crashes. So many different storylines here, guys.
Yeah, absolutely as well. And if I remember rightly, we were talking about this stat, I think, a couple of days ago, or in this week sometimes, that Catherine Legg, I believe this is her 5th Indy 500. Each of them has been done with a different team.
Oh, right, yeah. Scratching her heads now on that one.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Plenty of starts in Champ Car, but again, that was before the merger.
Yeah.
Where she had that scary, scary crash in Road America in, I believe, 2003, 2005?
Yes, I remember that accident. Wow. I remember that accident, actually. She tested a Jaguar just after that as well in F1. Or was it Minardi? One of the two. Just quick, want to take this opportunity while we've got a break and decent viewers in to say about the NASCAR All-Star race later on. We'll be taking USRN coverage on that. Matthew Owens alongside Seth Ease. Joe Sammiego is going to be in the commentary box as well. And Josh T will be in the box as well. Calling that one.
I believe we are going with... just to let you guys know watching along, I believe we are going with Joe, Seth, Matthew on the main broadcast, me controlling TV picks in the background and pit road, but that's to be confirmed.
That sounds good to me.
It could all change as well, but yeah, I'll be around supporting USRN and live here on YouTube as well. I believe the YouTube stream has been set up, JB?
Yep, set it all up. And the reason for that is that I would have done the All-Star race, but I absolutely killed my voice. Yeah. I coughed yesterday.
I've just realised.
Yeah, go on.
I've just realised up my Discord, so there you go, a little bit extra promotion with the JB Motorsports logo in the bottom right. But yeah, I will also take a little bit of a step back.
Yeah, save your voice as well.
I will, yep, take a little bit of a step back, but also when the opener is going on, I'm going to double check the OBS and set that all up ready for that as well while commentating on the Fast Six. So Ericsson has not actually set a proper time that has been allowed by the stewards yet.
Yeah.
So he's going to have one run to get into this Indianapolis 500.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Jess.
I think Roman Grosjean somewhere. Is he going to hit him?
Well, where are we at on time here, gang? Because I'm just seeing qualifying top left.
Oh, 16.
17.
No, 16. 16 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, 16.
It just ticked over, yeah.
Is that Marcus Ericsson waiting?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You want to know how you can tell, Jess? For any of the Andretti cars, actually, the chrome nose of the car, and if you look at any of the Indy cars or any of the Formula E cars ran by Andretti Global, that's a feature that was introduced in 2009. You can get a good shot of it right there.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah. That's
feature introduced by Michael Andretti when he took full control of what was then Andretti Green in 2009. Tribute to Dad Mario for the chrome that was on his helmet. And every single Andretti Autosport, or now Andretti Global team, has had it ever since.
Right.
High emotions here.
We've had a question from Harpez. What's the average age in your booth? Right, well...
What do you say? Sorry?
The question we've had in is really good, actually, to get mathematical. What's the average age across your booths? I suppose because that makes it IndyCar averages. It's quite fun, actually. So what is the average age in the commentary box? Me and Jess bump it up a bit, surely.
Right, so...
Not that old.
So Josh is 25.
Yeah. It's China, remember?
Yeah, I'm 29. Josh T is
15.
15.
Look at Jackson's gone mad about that.
Jackson, are you the oldest?
No, he's
No,
Jackson.
I was not. Jess is 29? I was just so not expecting that. No, I'm 21.
Jackson.
So Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
Jackson's 21.
Jackson, you're like 21, aren't you?
Yep, 21, 22 in June.
I thought so. You looked that age.
Well, the thing is, I don't know Omi's age, and Omi's not going to reveal the age on here either. So,
So let's just do the average of me, Josh, Jackson, and Josh too.
But I think JT knows it, so he could work out
What?
the average for us.
Know what?
Amy's age.
You know how
No,
old...
I don't.
Well, the only one who knows all the ages then is both Jess and Omi, so you two could work out the average for us and tell us.
So how do I work out the average out?
Wait, Jackson, say
Oh my God.
You cut out when you said yours was 21.
21.
So it's that, and then it's
Wait, divided by 2.
the average age
Divided by 4, Jess, if you're not counting
Yeah.
Omi.
Oh, 5 divided by 5.
the
Well, no,
average
that doesn't
age
work.
Guys.
of me, Josh B, Jackson, and Jess is 22.5.
Okay. Presumably...
There you go.
Right, with Omi then...
How do you work this out? I don't get it.
How do you work out the average, JT?
Add all of the values up, divide by the amount of numbers. So to calculate the
Well,
calculate the mean for us it's 15 plus 25 plus 29 plus 21. That's 90. Divide that by 4 is 22.5.
Right.
That's not. I can't. This is weird working this out because it's not. It's giving me a number that's higher than our ages.
But hang on. If we add Maddie into this as well, who's 20.
This is insane.
7. If you then add Megan in, who's 19, you then add Julia in, who's 20.
Well,
Everyone in this box right now.
Math is math.
We can do this, guys. I believe in us.
I've got the average here. With all 5 of us in the box, the average age is 21.
We've also got Checo in this box right now as well.
No, okay.
Oh, right, okay.
No. All of us have been in for most of the broadcast is 21. So that's the average age is 21.
Math is math. Add
It's
Ed
me.
in.
I'm the average.
Yeah.
Hi.
Taylor Swift, everybody. Couldn't resist. So there you go. The average age is 21. Blimey.
Jess, I hope you take this as a compliment because it is. You could have told me you were 19 or 20 and I would have totally bought that.
People always say I'm younger than I look. It's really annoying. My brother's 35. I'm 25. And every time we go to a family event, they always say, "Oh, hello, David." Talking to me.
Siblings do you have? We're asking too many questions here.
Yeah, go on. Ask away. We're in a break. Go on.
Wait, how many siblings do you have?
I've got 3 siblings as well. I've got an elder.
Oh, come on.
I've got an elder sister, Kellyanne, who was born in 1987.
Josh.
I've got an elder brother, David, who was born in 1989. I was born in 1999. There's a 10-year gap. And then I've got a younger sister, who's Megan. You've all met the annoying little shrew. Who was 19.
JT, what's poppin'?
The All-Star race has been delayed by 30 minutes
Of
to
course
start
it
time.
has.
And that is 30 minutes. Jackson, it starts at 1:30 a.m. for us now, and I've got school at 9 a.m. on a 2-exam week.
Oh, man.
If anybody would like to help JT...
Actually, I am fine because the first exam of the week isn't until Wednesday, and it's physics, and physics is you just talk physics.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I would make... I can't make that joke. I'll text you all later.
Okay.
I mean, it's quite weird. If you go up to somebody in the street... Look, you lot are not going to have anything on me next weekend. Do you know what time I wake up next weekend for the Sunday race? Saturday at 12:50 a.m. I will not sleep for over 48 hours.
Bloody hell. I have to get up for Formula E as well, I think.
That next week is going to
I'm
kill
still
me.
trying to figure out.
You're lucky
My
that I have
logistics.
next Friday off up until next Tuesday.
I am, because otherwise next week would not happen.
There's.
Yes, Jackson.
Yes.
Okay, eyes on track here because obviously everyone's still sitting pretty. Is everyone just comfortable with the times they got and it's just going to be Ericsson running at the last minute? Is that the vibe we're getting here? That engine cover's coming back on, so that run could be coming sooner than we thought, but...
She's good, isn't she? As well? Why do I have an umbrella? Everybody's asking this question. Because...
It's the Indy 500.
Yeah, you gotta have an umbrella. No,
Josh B is practicing, ready to defend against Megan.
Yeah, when she comes in here. She's got a sharp tip at the
Back
end.
woman!
Beast. She's a beast. She's going to come in here soon. Do you know, honestly, earlier on, Jackson, did you see Free Practice 2? My God, is she mean. Megan, I had a sore neck, so what does Megan do? Digs her nails into me and actually massive pain throughout the broadcast.
Sibling activity. Like, I don't know what else you're expecting there.
Yeah. Thing is, it was just me and her on the commentary
Nice,
today.
Amy.
Yeah. Well, I say so Jess was in the pit lane up until the last few laps. So it was me and Megan up in the box.
The only reason why I went out of the pits to the commentary box because there was a battle for the lead.
Yeah. So all that.
And I was just like, can I go in the box? And he was like, yeah.
Well, so of course you've got to come into the commentary box. It's a battle for the lead.
Only 15 minutes left in this session.
And no one's going out.
Ericsson has his engine cover back on, but he's not moving yet. Not seeing what's happening with Leg, Rahal, or Siegel. I personally think Leg is safe, but it might be worth going out one more time.
No, I'd say the way things are running right now,
Yeah.
it's incredibly safe. You definitely got Siegel ready to scramble the jets here after Ericsson goes out.
Never mind, engine cover's still off for Ericsson. They look to put it back on, but they've taken it back off again.
I've been inclined. Ba, ba, ba. I love that song. Who's playing that?
How many people?
Probably
How many people on Twitter are going to use Ericsson being back here as an argument against this whole F1 tomfoolery?
Probably quite a lot as well.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. I'd like to thank the 90 people still watching us live, the 1,329 currently. It's going to rocket soon, though, when we get to the Fast Six. It always does.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. There are way more experienced choices, but we're happy you went with the meme team.
That's what we're going to be called. Yeah.
Quote of the broadcast right there.
JBMotorsports, the meme team.
The meme team.
Birch or Turner, Omi?
It's probably you, JT, who's to go up and down. I mean, I've got the stick. I'm on the bleachers at the moment.
Me.
No, I've got the sticks
Just
and everything.
worked out for you.
Hello, my lady. Hello, my darling.
Let's go down pit road.
Aw.
Tell Gold Race.
I asked you if you'd rather be driving or if this is too stressful and you're okay being here, and you said that you're fine standing on the sidelines. This is hard.
I'd rather be in the car 100%. I think the reality is from where I am right now, you can't be as any more helpless in this moment, and it's really just, Bum Day is just the worst, man. I don't care what anyone says. This is the most amount of stress on the year. I hate it for everybody involved today. At least in the car, you feel like there's something you can do to help a little bit more, but whatever happens, Nolan's done a fantastic job this month. He's a very mature guy for someone who's only 19, and he's got a great future ahead of him.
You guys have, as a team, have kind of prepped for this exact situation. What advice did you give Nolan based on what you experienced last year?
I have no idea.
Well, this is one of them bad situations where I actually can relate to what he's going through, and the anticipation. It didn't look like we maybe had the speed, and really the only advice I gave him was one of these two things. You got to absolutely believe in yourself right now. If there's ever a moment where you internally just can believe it could happen, even if it's just on a hope, this is the time. Number two, he has to stay present to what is happening now, not what might be, what could be, what about Monday. Like, none of that matters. What matters now is putting the very 4 best laps of his life in.
That's what he's going to need. Great advice from Jack Harvey to Nolan Siegel, Kevin. Rob Edwards is the COO of Andretti Global. What's the game plan? You could make 2 runs. Are we down to you're just going for it one time and allow no one to defend?
Yeah, I mean, you know, these cars take a long time to cool down, right? Not like a street car, there's no fans or anything else. And obviously, you're trying to go fast, so all the cooling's blocked off, right? So basically, what we're trying to do is a little bit like a condensed version of yesterday, is we're trying to pick the best time to go. You know, we know the speeds in the car. Obviously, there was a miscue, right, on the first run, but we know the speeds in the car. So we're just trying to pick the right time to go to get our run in and put this behind us.
Can you find that speed 35 minutes after it's just run?
Yeah, we believe so.
Thank you, Rob Edwards.
Okay, we've lost it up there in the commentary box too much. Journey's on in the background as well with Don't Stop Believing as well. And we're all just dancing around in the commentary box. And then Jackson goes and holds a meme up on the screen as well.
I Spy with my little eye. We might want to slow down to NBC because they've got a
Right
127.
Where the are standing as well. Just check the temperature inside Graham Rahal's cockpit. 125 for Graham Rahal.
Do we want to do that?
Marcus Ericsson has the benefit of an umbrella. A moment ago it was 131. It's cooled down
NBC
now to
shooting
104,
drivers live on
but
air.
we've
That's how we
seen
go.
as high as 131 inside Ericsson's car, and they're just sitting here. So Townsend,
COVID testing
why is it
drivers
worse when a
live on
driver's just
air.
sitting in a condition
Joshua.
like that? When it's 130 degrees inside the car, not much you can do, not much airflow you can get inside the car either.
Yeah, just a few batteries.
Seriously, they've gone up there with a laser gun to the track as well. So NBC now fully just shooting drivers live on air, everybody. I'm loving that song. Can we just get the checker flag already?
That's awesome. No, awesome stuff from Marty Snyder there. Very, very reminiscent of guys who've seen the Parker Kligerman wet track test, just putting your hands in there and being like, yeah, there's water there.
Hear me out.
Oh, go on.
Hear me out. Marcus Ericsson will go out with 1 minute to go, so he is the last one to go out, and then we'll knock out Siegel. Yes.
Well, do you remember 2019? Fernando Alonso tried to qualify and failed. Kyle Kaiser got through in one of the smallest teams. Yeah. Oh, Megan was in the commentary box that day. I can tell you that right now. Would you like to hear Megan's honest reaction?
Go on.
It's the only time in my life I ever saw Megan say...
Wait, let me just
Yes.
let me just get the whiteboard up.
Allow me to demonstrate what it was.
We have, we have no, we try to have no bias here, right? But as a guy who's been a lifelong Alonso fan, that was the exact thing I wanted to see out of 2019.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm convinced that history can repeat itself here.
Yes, it was you two. Thanks, you two. To be honest with you, who's going to be the one who gets embarrassed not to be in the 500? That's the question, because it's one driver. Catherine Legg's fine.
No, it can't be Rahal again. It can't be.
Catherine is tweeting.
Are we positive on that?
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute.
Check the bird app, Josh.
Now, Josh has gone.
There's something weirdly poetic about this being the most stressful time in these drivers' lives and us just absolutely going ballistic on a Discord call across the world as they are
with 89
suffering.
people still watching us.
Yeah.
I'm just cleaning. I may as well. I mean, what else are we doing around here?
This is crazy.
I could have kept my headset. Oh, car!
No.
Alas, it's happening.
Hello, Checker.
Car!
It's Ericsson.
Right, so Marcus Ericsson is actually going to venture out on the circuit tonight. Fantastic.
And not what I predicted, with him going out with 1 minute to go to keep the other cars going out. Are you all right?
Something for the...
Oh, this is confidence right here.
Something
from Marcus Ericsson.
Something for the
if he
brush
knows
fell in
he's
my
got
glass.
a car fast enough.
Something for the brush fell in my glass.
right, lock in, boys, lock in.
I'm going to switch to the bottle. I mean, that's what we all sound like we did ages ago, but anyway.
And this is where the little bit of Calvin Harris comes in, drinking from the bottle, as Marcus Ericsson starts his warm-up lap into turn 1.
Well, he's only got 6 minutes on the clock. It takes, what, 5 minutes to do a full run, so that's going to be good.
It will, if race control is merciful, whoever is in front of line should hypothetically have chance to give it one more shot here with the 5 o'clock gun.
It's not going to be Catherine, so there you go.
I'm concerned. I've lost my lid to my whiteboard pen. One of my 8.
Definitely safe.
Leg is safe.
Yes.
Leg's in. There's not going to be another
Leg,
time.
oh no, Leg has made the 500 at this point.
Green.
Graham and Nolan are definitely very, very much unknown factors here in the next 6 minutes.
Marcus Ericsson is make or break. First in 2022.
Say Rahal is safe as well.
No.
No, not
Because
yet. Anyway.
Siegel could go out and do better.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
This has been one of the most least interesting bump days I think we've seen in a very long time. Where's the nerves? Where's the shouting?
Are you Okay, we got 5 minutes left, Josh. Come on now.
Yes, you can do loads in 5 minutes as well. Cross the line.
Lap 1, let's see.
Oh, hello, 2:30.672.
He's on it.
Can he keep the average, though, to where Catherine's was? That's the question. And that...
I think if anyone is going to be able to keep that consistency, it's going to be Marcus Ericsson, who is obviously second to Rahal here in starts, but has a pretty solid number of starts over both Leg and Siegel at this point.
I heard a bell. I heard a bell with 5 to go.
A bell?
No, there was a bell, like a ship bell, ringing.
That's your 5 minute
Siegel
warning
is
at this
ready.
point.
Adjustments to the front wing in
Oh!
pit road. 230.057, 6 tenths drop
That's not good.
for Marcus Ericsson. 2 lap average is 230.364. He needs his
It's going to be close,
laps
fellas.
to be
Oh my God.
under 3 tenths of a mile per hour drop.
I don't think Ericsson's going to qualify here. I've just got this feeling that he's going to lose it. If he lifts off again, not thinking right. Count to 4, Marcus. I know English isn't your first language, but you can count to 4. Do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is the end of the
Well,
3.
even if he's... White flag, 1 to go. Let's see if he keeps his foot in it here.
230.2... No, 229, 737. Keep your foot in. He's counted to 4. Well done. You've got to 4. Now keep it to get into the 500. 4 minutes to go. Siegel's ready to go out there to try and bump Rahal out. Ericsson might just keep it through.
It's going to be a game of margins here. Can he get in front of Graham Rahal and get himself off of the bubble? Through the short shoot for the final time, Josh Bursch.
Up to the line, takes the checkered flag, is the 2022 winner, in or out? He is just in. 32nd. What a 2:30.027 average. Catherine Legg tops the bump, but Siegel is out, and they are wheeling him in with 3:20 to go on the clock. Rahal looks nervous.
Siegel.
Josh, they deleted that Seagull's withdrawn his time. He's going again.
Yeah,
He's going for it.
Yeah, that was automatic as soon as we saw Ericsson go out. Go on, JT.
Nolan Siegel could knock out Graham Rahal here, guys.
I doubt it. He's on a road course car. I don't think they have the speed and they don't have the car trimmed out the way they need to.
Nice to work.
I don't think he can do it.
It's been a long process here, Checo. If anything could happen, if there's anywhere that anything could happen here in the next 2.5 minutes, it would be Indy.
Nice to work with you
Yeah, that's the
again.
thing. But do you think Rahal will get bumped a second year in a row?
It's possible. It's possible, isn't it?
Anything can happen at Indy.
Checo, he commentates for EELC.
Yes. Me and him have done many a touring car races together, haven't we, my friend? Nice to work with you again.
I've worked with him before because I recognise his voice.
I thought you had, yes.
Yeah, we've commentated some endurance race
we did.
last year at some point.
Yeah, it was a Le Mans somewhere, but I
Here we
can't
go.
remember which one it was. Anyway, we're back to
Final run of the
Seagull.
day.
I've been missing you in the booth ever since, Jess.
Rahal out of the car. He is going to watch his fate of the month of May from the timing stand with his teammates.
Is he in or is
And there
he
is
out?
an essence of anger here.
I pressed the wrong button,
And
sorry.
an essence of
I think
just
he was
unbeaten
he's
anxiety here on the
angry
pit
that
wall.
He couldn't get a lap. He wasn't the first one to get to the lane.
My phone has gone crazy if you're wondering why I'm not on the call right now.
Nice.
Right, there we go.
Nolan Siegel out of turn 4 to start his warm-up lap for the final run of Bump Day here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. On to his warm-up lap now. His turn 1 speed trap was 199.749 miles per hour, so still getting up to speed is Nolan Siegel through turn 2.
A lot of people will take slower warm-up laps to preserve the tires, and especially now that the track's as hot as it's going to be, I'm not surprised at that. But of course, the real numbers are going to come right here as Hugs in the 28 pit stall, as he is essentially locked into the show at this rate.
Yes,
The funniest thing that could happen now is for Siegel to actually bump Rahal. Sounds awful, but it would be. Green flag for the final run of Bump Day. Now his opening lap must be better than a 2:29.974. But this car has not gone over 2:30 all week long. It has been stuck at 2:29. It's a road course chassis of Jack Harvey's that have been adapted, as we heard Jackson say earlier on.
234.5 turn
It's 2
3.
miles slower than Ericsson into turn 3.
Into the last corner.
I don't think he can do enough.
He's not gonna. This will be the tell if the first lap is slow or
No.
not. It's very, very slow. 2:29, 2:18. Rahal is safe for now.
Let's see if he's going to keep his foot in it. I mean, you have to at this
Oh,
point.
what happened? Oh, he's over again.
And Siegel, he hits the second half of turn 2 and whacks into the wall. And he is out of the Indianapolis 500. He is bumped. Rahal breathes a sigh of relief. Siegel drops it. Tried to catch it. The counter steer didn't work. And he's into the wall. And the caution comes out. Siegel's 500 ends in the wall on Sunday qualifying. Wow.
It was not going to be fast enough anyway, Josh.
Officially how it ended then, though. And that is heartbreak beyond belief. He's okay, everyone. Second crash of the 500 in 2 different cars. This time, at least, he didn't go upside down. But he is bumped for the race. Graham Rahal gets through and once again starts last.
By the skin of his teeth.
Got wide, hit the wall out of one, broke the rear suspension, then it just went round like a...
broken rear tail link.
Just went round like a tambourine, didn't it? When he hit it with a triangle. Oh.
Nothing you could do after that brush.
It's gone. That's certainly the most dramatic way to bump out. Oh.
Break there.
Partner watching on his girlfriend, not nice at all. Rahal likes
And
it.
Graham Rahal, by the skin of his teeth, will hug cat leg. Finally, in the 500.
Shut up, you lot. We were busy. Flashing the board saying mute ninja. We were busy. Let's take another look at it. Oh no, this is the replay. Right, let's hand over to NBC then, and all catch our breath. Next up, guess what? Time to decide who starts on pole position for the 500. Let's head down pit road.
For you, as you stand helpless in your car.
I mean, similar to last year, you know, in the sense that, like, we knew we can't really run. We were waiting on Marcus to go. We knew he had the speed to get in. And look how close it is, right? Cat, Marcus, me, the same time in essence. So it's a game of thousands around here. if I can say anything, just great job to Dale Coyne Racing, because honestly, they were able to successfully find a lot of speed. If you looked at where Nolan was on Friday and you looked even yesterday, they closed the gap to us considerably. We kept losing pace. We were hanging on by a thread. We've been talking about that plenty. But Kat did a wonderful job finding a couple of miles an hour. It's something we have not been able to do, frankly. So, you know, those guys put up a valiant effort. Nolan, most of you guys don't know his name, but you will. He's won in every class and category he's been in. I've watched him. I've known the kid since, I don't know, 10 years. He was a little guy then, but you're going to know his name in the future. He's a winner, and he'll be winning at this level sometime soon. So, you know, for United Rentals, for Honda, for the 15 car, I'm just happy we're in. But, you know, kind of last year I saw everybody celebrating, and it just rubbed salt in the wound. So I'm not going to be that guy. We're just going to turn the page to tomorrow, try to get a good race car, which I think we've had. And we'll be in the show next week.
Yeah, you just touched on it, but I found it very compelling that you wanted to congratulate or shake the hand of every competitor who was in that last chance qualifying effort. Why was that important to you?
Well, I know it sucks, you know. I know that feeling. I know the hopeless feeling. Obviously for Coyne too, you know, they just lost their second car of the week, and for them that's a massive deal. But I respect Dale. Dale's been able to put up an incredible effort on a shoestring budget for 35 years in this sport or longer. And you've got to respect people like that for their effort, the heart that they have to come out here and compete with Penske, who probably has literally probably 8x of the budget if they do per car. And yet they come out and they put up good fights. And I just want to make sure that they knew that I appreciate that. And I know how hard this is, and I know how hard it is to miss, right? And so I respect the hell out of those people, you know, and we, as I said, there's no reason to celebrate. We're 33rd. That's not where we should be. That's not where we want to be. But we're in the show. United Rentals, these guys have stuck with us, all of our partners across the board, Fifth Third Bank, Hendrickson, everybody, and I just want to make sure that we reward them, you know, next Sunday. So we're in. I mean, that's all I can say.
Terrific sportsmanship from Graham Rahal, who is in, Kevin, the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500.
Marty, so is Marcus Ericsson, who has experienced the highest of highs and just avoided the lowest of lows. What have your emotions been like over the last 45 minutes?
It's been tough for sure. I think this place, last 3 years, it's been sitting in pit lane here waiting for, like, it's been, you know, always for the win the last 2 years, but this was probably, yeah, at least as hard or even harder, especially after my mistake there in my first run where we were safely in. I can't believe I did that, but then yeah, to sit here and wait and think about that I have one shot to make the race and I have to hit that run because I know that the car was hot. It was not ideal after the first run. We had to trim out, and the car has been really hard for me to drive all since my crash, you know, so it was a very, very tough mental challenge for sure.
I noticed the team does not count down your laps until the white flag. Is that what you prefer? And then what happened on the first attempt?
You live and learn, right? No, that was all on me. We've done the same all week. We've been doing, I don't know, 58 qualifying runs this week, and it feels like it's always been the same countdown. So it's just all on me. I messed that up, and I shouldn't be doing that with my experience. So, but yeah, we're going to change the procedure going forward for sure.
Survive in advance. Marcus Ericsson is in. Dave.
Catherine Legg is as well. She will start her 4th Indianapolis 500 next Sunday. What are the emotions right now?
I honestly don't know how to describe them because I've just had every single emotion going. Obviously, I'm relieved. I'm happy for the guys. I'm happy for the crew. I'm feeling for Nolan. Obviously, that was less than ideal, but you know what? You've got to give him kudos. Like, he putting in the show or putting in the wall. Like, there is no other option at Indy 500, right? So he's going to go far, and he's going to do many more Indy 500, so good for him. But for us, really happy for the guys. I know that they will, over the next few days, Monday and Friday, come with a good race car. You know, we've got some work to do, but I think we can do that in the time allotted, as long as it doesn't rain, please. And yeah, just relieved and ready to get after it, but it's just so emotional. Like, the amount of pressure and stress and everything else on, like, I don't know, an hour of your life is ridiculous. I really wish I'd gone to college and got a proper job.
This one's a whole lot more fun, Lee, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and Jess has got news down in the pit lane for us. Jess, what have you got?
Yes, we now know the reason why the INDYCAR is being NASCAR is being delayed to the start time of 1:30 UK time, it is to allow Kyle Larson, the one who's doing the double, to allow more time to travel to the North Wilkesboro for the All-Star race. So that was nice of NASCAR. I like that reason, to be honest. So it gives him more time to get a feel for it before he gets going.
Coca-Cola 600 then is going to start, what, 4 hours later than normal if Larson is the winner of the 500 next week and he has to do all the media briefings, Jackson? This is a bit nuts at the moment. You're muted on Discord.
I think it's a test run. I really, really like it for Kyle, actually. Lets him kind of experience that, you know, going in between tracks, prepping for both of them. And you know, Robbie Gordon got that experience by running it so many times, but never kind of had that, you know, advantage. So he actually gets to practice what some might argue is the hardest part of that, which is getting in between the two tracks for the 1100 mile Sunday. That is only been done so many times.
It's an insane amount that can be done right now. It is literally going to be incredible. But we're getting ready for the Firestone Fast Six as well to come into this procedure. Only the one shot you get, of course, in the Fast Six. So you don't get to go out again. It's not how it works. To better your time, to bump in or bump out, it's a one and done for the Firestone Fast Six. That's coming the way in around about 9 minutes' time. NBC aren't actually on at the moment, so that's helping us massively. So let's go. Go on,
of course, to clean up with Siegel.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to take...
cut off here.
Nolan Siegel has been seen and released from medical centre. That's just come through for the hard.
Let's go back over to NBC. Have we got time? Because I think NBC are coming back from their break shortly. Is there anything else we want to pick up?
Hopefully we'll be able to hear from Siegel momentarily.
Yeah, someone's probably standing right there as well. I don't know where George has gone, by the way, our pit reporter. She was there throughout the testing week, and now she's disappeared. Can you tell how my voice is going and how it's just been pushing through? I don't know where she went, but I think she's actually gone back. I mean, she's gone back to work with INDYCAR Radio. Okay, let's hand back over to NBC.
There's no qualifying like 500 qualifying.
The most nerve-wracking 10 miles you ever do.
It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do in a race car.
The drama continues. Crashes, changed engines, a car's time being thrown out.
You have to have a ton of trust in your team and your engineers to just go flat out.
Oh!
Didn't lift, kept her foot in the throttle.
You have one shot at getting it right.
The most hair-raising moments because of how quick things can get out of hand.
Oh! Rita Fike!
Bump day? I'll have nightmares about bump day for a while.
It's very critical, and you need to really feel what the car is doing.
Oh, Marcus Ericsson, big crash. Power to the top. Team Penske, 1, 2, 3. Kyle Larson slots in 6th place.
You always want to make it through to the next round, and it's nerve-wracking.
This is a gamble.
VK has another shot at the front row.
The ultimate adrenaline you can have in your life.
That's how you do it, Reed. Way to recover, Reed. That is how you do it.
Welcome back, and we have arrived at that moment. It is time to bring the action, and this story, this enormous story, that is Kyle Larson, NASCAR superstar, 2021 Cup champion, doing the double here at Indy next Sunday at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Coke 600. He's got to head off to the All-Star race tonight at North Wilkesboro. What a massive workload, but you know what? He doesn't complain, he doesn't whine, he loves it, he's ready to go, and so are we. Welcome back, folks. Lee Diffie, Townsend Bell, James Hinchcliffe with you for the Fast Six, the Firestone Fast Six for the Indianapolis 500. You're looking at the stars and stripes of Santino Ferrucci for the legend, AJ Foyt, and his racing team here at the Brickyard. It just sounds right to be saying AJ's name again.
It's pretty cool as the stars and stripes of Santino Ferrucci, that car looking regal in all of its American glory. And Santino Ferrucci seemed pretty excited, James, after his first run. And I just wonder, how much of a gamble do they take in trying to put this thing right on the razor's edge at the expense of potentially a really good race car next weekend?
Here's Kevin Lee.
Well, you know AJ Foyt is all for going for it. I just asked that same question to Larry Foyt, and it's, no, we are not content with going 6th. Now, we know our driver is going to be smart, so if it's not there, he'll take care of the car, but they're going to get after it here and give it a run for the pole.
Track is open. We're ready for business. The day ends at 5:50. That's in half an hour's time, and the first car in the Firestone Fast Six rolls.
Are you ready? Because this is the big one. 1 laps each, Fast Six. Let's go. Jackson, what do you think?
All Chevys. Penske makes up half of the field. Roger Penske, even with all of the drama and controversy in the first half of this season, has built himself a Death Star. All 3 of their cars provisionally on the front row. Can we see that happen again? Can Alexander Rossi potentially answer that? Can Kyle Larson work his way to the front row in his maiden Indy 500? A lot of questions. Let's try and get some answers here.
Green flag getting ready. Let's hear from Nolan Siegel.
On Sunday, checked and released from the Care Center. Nolan, what emotions are you feeling?
Super disappointed. We knew it was a possibility going into today. I did my first run. That was the best 4 laps that I've done around here ever. You know, some of the best 4 laps I think I've ever done. It felt really maximized. We maximized the car, and it just wasn't good enough. Took a, swing at it because we had no choice. We were going to be out of the show anyway, and I said it before, I'll say it again. Like, I'm not going to go home because I lifted on my last run.
Green!
I'm going to go home because I did everything I possibly could, and ultimately that wasn't enough, and we went too far, and, going flat was either going to lead me to the grid or to the wall, and it led me to the wall, so here we are.
Thanks, Nolan.
So, Jackson, correct me here. It is a one and done. There's no second lane or anything. If you get 1 shot to do the 500 Fast Six, don't you?
That's how it used to be, although the way it sounds right now, they said they got until 5:50 local for track time, so I think we have a multi-lane timed event here. Lap 2 for Ferrucci, or excuse me, lap 1 in the books here.
Well, it'll take...
220.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry. 233.211, the first one, as he goes real high into the short chute, running all the way down to that white inside line up to the backstretch, Josh.
He is so close on the run, yeah. Right, 6 cars, 5 minutes apiece for the runs. Plus, well, it's one and done.
Yeah.
30 minutes, it's one and done, yeah. Just one, yeah.
One and done.
Just want to get that right. So a 233.221. Has he kept that advantage on this second lap is what we need to see. Across the yard of bricks then, this is halfway, and it's a 232.819. Averaged out 233.015. So at worst, you're going to start 6th. That's the beauty of the Fast Six. As he gets close, Jackson.
Gosh! Letting it hang here as he works his way back out onto the short chute. The amount of courage I've seen a lot of these guys carry into turn 1 is insane. I think it might be some drivers not expecting the track that's cooled down this much. I'm carrying so much more speed, and where I would conventionally turn in, I'm carrying so much more speed here into turn 1. Ferrucci still letting it all hang here. It was super close again. Up to the yard of bricks for lap number 3.
White flag, and it's a 232.425. Average of 232.818 at the moment, which is only a 0.1 slower. But again, he likes a wide line out of 1, JT.
Yep, absolutely. Santino Ferrucci heading down the backstretch for the final time. Took the white flag last time on his final lap. 239 I saw going through turn 3. Joshua Burts as Santino Ferrucci heads through turn 4 up to the line.
1 down, 5 to go, and he nearly whacks the wall for good measure out of turn 4. Across the yard of bricks, the checker flag is out. Aaron meets Santiago and gives him a 232.314 last lap. 4-lap average 232.692. That's a respectable time from Santino Ferrucci. I reckon that's P4, maybe P5 on the grid. But he got so
they
close.
might not be there mechanically compared to the Penskes, but the kid from Woodbury put it everywhere he needed to. Superb job of carrying the speed, maybe cutting it a bit close for comfort there for those outside retaining walls, but still a textbook qualifying session for the kid driving for Supertex.
Next out is everybody is keeping an eye on him. The 17, Kyle Larson, here at the Brickyard. He wants the Indy 500. He has to get on a helicopter ride to Indianapolis Airport, hop on his private jet, fly over to North Wilkesboro, get a second helicopter to the track, and get in the car what is now 15 minutes before the schedule. Here it is, look. So he lands in North Wilkesboro at 8, and the green flag is at 8:30. They've delayed the start by half an hour due to that difference. So it's a big run, Jackson, but is it going to be P1 for Kyle Larson?
I would not be surprised here. Again, we know the pace those Penske's have. But if Kyle Larson can get up to Ferrucci on par, he was faster than Ferrucci here in the Fast 12 qualifying. I would not be surprised if Arrow McLaren's given him that rocket ship and they've been able to keep that pace. So, Josh, I really would expect them to be bar for bar here.
And JT, McLaren were quick, but we know Penske have it coming, but who knows what Larson can have if they've saved a Hail Mary.
Yep, absolutely. Larson with teammate Rossi in the Fast Six. Kyle Larson out of turn 4 across the yard of bricks. Green flag in the air for Kyle Larson's Fast Six run through turn 1, 241 miles per hour, 6th gear.
This McLaren is cooking. It likes to have the grip. It's nice through 2. Doesn't go too close to the wall. Arrow straight, which is ironic for the Arrow McLaren as he heads down towards turn 3. Drifts up high to swing it down low to the left-hand side. Clip that inside. Curbing patch. And he's kept it nice. I saw a 236 mid-corner, 237 through the last, up to the line. What's the first lap average speed? It's a 200, we know. What else? 233.383 is the first stretch. That is a decent time there, Jackson.
Gonna all come down to consistency here. Was really, really fast on the warm-up lap. And again, we were talking about this earlier. You can get a good start there if you open strong. But those tires are only going to last you so long, and once we get to lap 3 and 4, that drop-off becomes massive. But these next 2 laps are going to be so telling for the rest of this line here, Josh.
Into turn 3 for the second lap, now into 4, down the back stretch, and let's see what it is. 230 tells us 2.903. Average still 233.143. So he's still got the speed as Jeff Gordon watches on. A man who's won here 5 times on the oval in the Brickyard 400. The only other person to win here 5 times is Michael Schumacher in Formula 1. Back in the Ferraris, last victory came in the 2005 Grand Prix as well as it comes up down the back stretchway once more.
Yep, absolutely. And down through turn 3, turn 4, up towards the yard of bricks to take the white flag. What is his lap 3 speed? It's 232.669 as Tony Kanaan and Jeff Gordon watch on.
So just now on his 3rd lap speed, he's hit the average. He's 0.3 higher up on average so far for Ferrucci. Great example of how to manage these tires. He's gradually taken that line wider and wider, worked it further and further up to that outside retaining wall. So far been a great job for the rookie, as weird as that is to say, rookie, for Arrow McLaren and Hendrick Cars.
Checkered flag out to the line. It will be the fastest time, but what is it going to be? It's a 232.846. Not as fast as we expected, but it gets him ahead of Ferrucci. At least it could be 5th on the grid.
Textbook is the best way I could describe that.
Yeah.
I said that twice in a row, but one is great in carrying speed. One was great in managing tires and managing that energy of your car. Some fantastic pieces of driving from both of these 2 gentlemen so far.
The next Arrow McLaren out on track next of Rossi. And the second of the Arrow McLarens and the only 2 in pit road. But let's go down NBC with Ferrucci real quick.
Man, you know, we were kind of missing that little half mile an hour, and it's tough, you know. It's a tough grid. It's a tough field. It's real close. We're just happy all 6 Chevys are in the front. You know, Home Start Troops car was really fast, but I came out of 1 on lap 3. I got into the apex, and it moved, and I was like, I don't know. Then it moved again on the exit, and I was like scrambling to hit my tools before, too. And Yeah, I was just like, I was still trying to gather the car, but when I turned in, I was just able to adjust it going down the backstretch, and I was just hoping that my falling lap into one, it was just going to stick. So that's one of those moments where, hey, you just don't lift and hope and pray.
Well, he's in the show next week. He did a great job this week, Kev.
Alexander Rossi is on track now, and he told me for the second time today, I'm a little bit annoyed of the Penske drivers openly talking about sweeping the front row, so I want to put an end to that. We are trimming. We are going for it. Worst case scenario is you start sixth.
That's the pace.
Alexander Rossi, sorry.
No, go on. Can you see me on Concam, by the way?
Rossi had a great interview earlier as he takes the flag. IndyCar Radio asked, Penske's got a lot of pace. Do you have any way to respond to that? Rossi said in one word, yes.
Oh.
And IndyCar Radio asked, any emphasis on that? Any doubts in that? And he said, no, just wait until we get to the Fast Six. Moment of truth here for the California kid.
Is my Comcam working? Can anyone see me?
Green flag for Alexander Rossi on his first lap. And he is heading round turn 4 up towards the yard of bricks for the first time. What is his time? It's incredible, JB.
2:34.062. He has got the pace. He has got the pace. Listen to the crowd. They go absolutely bananas.
Big wiggle through the short chute. Rossi was hiding something there, and there is something special in this number 7 Arrow McLaren machine.
Down into 3 and 4, JT. It's come out of nowhere. McLaren have pace.
Alexander Rossi could crash the Penske front row, which is predicted. Alexander Rossi out of turn 4 for the second time up towards the yard of bricks. It's a big drop off, JB. 233.335 is his second lap, but it's still a 2-lap average of 233.698 miles per hour. He needs to beat 232.846 from Carl Larson as he goes down the back straight.
If Rossi doesn't do it, what this guarantees is that we have a chance for Penske pole. 100%.
Yes.
Because I don't see Larson's time sticking. Not with the track now doing a 2:34, and those Penskes are quick.
Oh, another big drop off.
Oh, it's a 2:30. I'm not telling me. 2:32.6. What has happened? He is going to be falling, but the average might still be there to put him fastest, though, guys.
Overcooked at lap 1, guys.
233.348. He's still pushing 239. I saw not even 240 through turn 3 up towards turn 4 in the yard of bricks.
Cross the line then, and this next lap time is a 2:32.319, and that puts him at a 2:33.090. Alexander Rossi moves into provisional pole position for the 500.
That won't be enough though, with now the 3-team Penske cars now getting ready. Back to back. And did he have a little bit of a mistake?
Yeah, he did. Look at that wiggle.
Rossi out of turn 2. Look at this wiggle.
Oh, that was what you saw, Jackson, wasn't it? Jackson's moved back to other Comcam for now until he gets it sorted. So that's why we're on JT at the moment. But yeah, just flicked into Jackson's back. Just flicked, Jackson.
Oh, 100%. Let's go down to pit lane, though, and hear from Kyle Larson.
It just seems so natural, and you're sitting second right now, qualifying for the Indy 500.
Yeah, no, I think just a great team, really, and they prepared an awesome race car that's stuck to the racetrack, so that also has speed. So qualifying went a lot better than I ever could have hoped or anticipated. So just proud of everybody at Arrow McLaren, proud of everybody at INDYCAR that's been involved in this, and a huge thank you to Rick, Hendrick, Linda, the Jeffs, Jeff Gordon, Jeff Andrews, Cliff Daniels, everybody involved, Chad Canales, like everybody involved to make this whole thing possible, and now switch the mindset over to the heavy stock car and try and go figure out North Wilkesboro. So yeah, excited to get there and get chase $1 million.
He's got to go. He's got to go chase that $1 million right now. But Kyle Larson, a guaranteed top.
Thank you very much. I'm going to cut that off because We want to talk about Joseph Newgarden. Last year's Indianapolis 500 winner will now have a chance to repeat history and take the green flag to try and get a pole position to start this race from pole. Into one, and I think Jackson looks quite strong.
Potential repeat of history in more ways than one here, Josh. Only 2 times have we seen a defending winner go to pole position. That was Helio Castroneves, who did it twice for Team Penske, one in 2003, one in 2010. And it could be this Penske driver who could potentially, who's had the pace all weekend to show that it could happen again.
Come on, what's the time? What's the time? What's the time? We saw 2:34.
Whoa!
It's a 2:34.188! They come!
Man.
Yes! Yes! What a time! And the crowd
Round of
love
applause
that.
for Alexander Rossi as he gets out of the car, and for Newgarden as he has a super strong opening lap here. But is he going to have that same drop-off as Alexander Rossi? Both one-time Indy 500 winners.
We'll see as he goes down the back straight into turn 3. 240 miles per hour as he turns in towards turn 3. Up in towards turn 4, towards the yard of bricks now. For his second lap, it's a 2:34.004.
This is gonna be special.
234 mile per hour laps for Joseph Newgarden.
Rossi knows it's done. Rossi knows it's done. He won't have pole position. McLaren won't do it. It's a Penske pole here. Whatever happens at the 500s, because Newgarden is going to be on the average consistently faster. Can he go quicker? Can he get that average in the 2:34s across the line? Or are we going to see a 2:33? What is Newgarden got left in the tank out of turn 3 to take the white flag? Across that line, lap 3 speed, 2:33.64, a huge drop, and it brings the average to a 2:33.944 as he starts his last turn, Jackson, but he's got a provisional pole.
Provisional pole. The answer we have now is it's going to be a Penske driver. The question is, who is it going to be? We've seen pace from Alexander Rossi, but Newgarden has just kept it above 2:34 for 2 laps. We haven't seen that at all yet. Will Power's been aching for something special to happen here. Scott McLaughlin, silent month of May so far, but could be sneaky here in the battle. Last lap here, what do we have?
Checkered flag, provisional pole with a 2:33 bump. 8:08 across the line. Provisional pole for Newgarden by 0.8 of a mile an hour. Penske on home soil have brought, not forget the A game, they have brought the entire alphabet, and now they're borrowing the Chinese to put the power in that car. Brilliant.
Carl Larson going through Gasoline Alley on the way to
I'd be running.
Helicopter.
I'd be running. Get in the hell. I'll be running. You've delayed the start, but you still need to get over there. Run, Kyle, run!
Tony Kanaan exchanging words with a disappointed Alexander Rossi.
Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee has words with him.
It was a big try. Listen, it's a very good starting spot for the 500. Our race cars are very good. So yeah, we'll move on from this. I'm annoyed. It's been a lot of noise from them, but it's a lot of motivation for next weekend.
All right, he's talking about Team Penske. If one of them bobbles, Rossi could still be on the front row.
I don't think any of them are, because guess who's coming next? He's got his own willpower, and he wants a pole position. I know.
The man who said in Long Beach, I would be surprised if one of us weren't on pole. Come on, Lambros, words. I wouldn't be surprised if one of us weren't on pole position for the 500. Again, the king of pole position here, Mr. Saturday, as we've called him. Will Power with the record. Can he extend that today?
The sweet 71 he wants today, and he will want the 500 pole to crown that achievement to come into it. Alpha, Beta, and Gamma, Adam says. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, that's the alphabet they've gone for. Cross the line. Guess what flag? Green flag. What has Will Power got to the table? This is going to be a strong
Strong
lap.
speed hasn't even pulled for 6th gear yet. Just gets into 240 for a second here through turn 1. Takes a wide line. Seems really, really conservative so far as he's running it real low, though, coming onto the backstretch.
Yep, I saw 241 miles per hour through turn 1 for a moment, just before he dove down to get that 241. Turn 1 speed trap said 238.395. Turn 3 speed trap for willpower, 239.863. He goes up towards the yard of bricks. And what is it? It is an incredible lap time. It's a 234.128 miles per hour. Willpower has brought his game plan.
That is insane! 234.128! Power has the power as he brasts down to turn 3. Come on, is it going to be still there? Can he beat Newgarden's 233.808? Has he got that run to come into it? This is insane as they come into it. Into 3 and 4, and for the second yard of brick line, Jackson, it should be okay.
It's no 237 from Ari Leyendyk, but the courage that these Team Penske drivers have put on is something special. To the line, what do we have for the next lap?
233.955! That's an average of a 234.041! And he hasn't even pulled 6th gear!
I think that's a strategic choice there, as that's probably going to bog down at this rate.
I can't believe this.
241, 242.
Fabrice,
Still keeping it in the 40s here
Fabrice,
on lap 3.
Fabrice has said that both laps are slower than Joe Newgarden's. The average may be up at the moment, but we'll see. Lap 3 takes the white flag. It's a 233.765. Average is a 233.95. So this is probably Power in second place. If he falls back again on this lap, Newgarden might still have pole here, but Penske might do a 1-2 to leave it down to McLaughlin, who remember topped the Fast 12 into the last 2.
It's going to be a catastrophic moment here for Will Power to get himself behind Alexander Rossi, but that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. He carries himself well under the white line there on the inside, swings it to the middle of the track. Checkered flag. What's the time?
Bow! 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 233.917! How on earth did that happen? The last lap was a 233.8! He was faster on the 4th lap! He brings that average up! And Power is on pole!
Well,
it looks like the 12th
the
team.
JBMotorsports commentary box, please.
One left!
Wasn't even looking like that.
I don't believe it! And there's Kyle Larson hitting his head, getting into the helicopter. He'll fly off. And now, Scotty, who doesn't know the time. Can he take pole? Oh. This is amazing.
I don't even think the 12th car expected that, Josh. The 12th car team.
Came out of nowhere. So, build-up lap for Scott McLaughlin. That came out of nowhere. That's why I was energetic, because nobody expected
strong
that.
consistency. I don't think any of us expected that.
It came across the line, it flashed up, and I was like, are you sure? And it was pole. Can
Kyle
Scotty
Larson
do it?
has left the speedway.
Well, he is an Elvis Presley wannabe, so have you seen him? Have you heard him singing? Right. Quick go round the room. Say yes anytime you like. Can McLaughlin take pole? Yes, anybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. No one else is there. Green
Best
flag!
start for McLaughlin last year, 14th. Anything here, regardless of how he finishes, is going to be better. But the question is, can the Thirsty Threes make it a top 3 lockout for Team Penske?
Everybody in the YouTube chat saying yes, yes, yes. Be my pick all day, says Nuke Shot as well. Let's see what this first lap is. Now remember, it needs to be faster. Power's lap time was a 2:34 across that board. So what it is, Newgarden's the fastest though, 2:34.188 the first lap. Here he comes towards the line. What's the time for Scott McLaughlin on lap number 1? It's a 2:34.5! 2:34.5!
Wow!
beat that!
This is the advantages of running later in the day here, Josh. Look at how much that front straightaway is covered now in the shadows of the pagoda and the grandstands. So much less work the tires have to do now with the coolness of the track. Look at the shadows on the backstretch.
Forget the fastest of the day. That is the fastest of the 500 this month, but a big twitch coming out of 3. He's kept that momentum in, though, JT, as he comes. I'm expecting another 2:34. It's faster again, JT. It's a 2:34.371. McLaughlin is 2 laps away, 5 miles from pole.
And 5 miles away from the first Indianapolis 500 front row sweep for Team Penske since 1988. Scott McLaughlin, 2-lap average, 234.449, 241 miles per hour as he tips down into turn 3 through turn 4 to take the white flag. What is it?
234.168. There is no stopping Scotty Matt Jackson.
Scott Dixon, the only New Zealander to have won the pole position here at the Indy 500. And he's done it 5 times, 2008, 2015, 2017, 21, and 22. Can Scott McLaughlin join that club today, gentlemen?
New Zealand, I hope you are awake. Australia, who loved you so much in the supercars, wake up. McLaughlin, he came, he wanted one goal to do the 500, he joined the series, he exits the last corner, Scotty does know, he's on it! Scott McLaughlin takes the checkered flag and will start the 108th Indy 500 from pole position with a 2:34.220 average lap time. Scotty Mack is on top at the 500. It is a Penske 1-2-3 washout of the front row for the first time since 1988. And at the Brickyard, it is all covered in Chevy and Penske and Scotty delight.
Wow. In the track that Roger Penske owns, it is all 3 of his boys that will dominate that first row on Memorial Day Sunday.
JT, he did it! What a run! I never expected that from McLaughlin.
Absolutely incredible from Scott McLaughlin. Scott McLaughlin first, Will Power second, Joseph Newgarden third. Team Radio Communication.
Rick Mears is the rocket.
Can't hear much. Adam's made a great point here. Bathurst 1000 champion, Supercars champion, Indy 500 pole sitter. You go, Scotty Mack.
And if he turns that into a win, that could be, we talk about AJ Foyt's Triple Crown. This could be Scott McLaughlin's Triple Crown right here.
Poor... Hitting the camera, here he is coming down. Listen to the crowd.
It is euphoria here next to Gasoline Alley, Josh.
Penske and Will Power doesn't know what to do. Go on, JT.
Yep, Kyle Larson arrived at the airport. He's landing now in front of his jet, ready to jet off to North Wilson.
Look at that, get him out of there. Get him out, I want to hear this crowd. He unbuckles. I'm glad I'm not doing the race tonight, guys. I can tell you, my voice is dead. Ugh. The adrenaline is keeping me running, but wow. He cannot stop smiling. The Kiwi is on top. Listen to the crowd. He double punches the air and celebrates with the team. Scotty Mack on pole, a Penske 1-2-3, Aaron McLaren 4-5, AJ Foyt 6. Remember when Rick Mears won the Indy 500 in that iconic Pennzoil scheme? That's a hint for next Sunday, says Adam Lemres. For my pick a winner, I'm with you, I'm with you.
And would like to remind you that Rick Mears has won this race 3 times. One of those times was from pole position. And of course, the most recent guy to do that, oh yeah, Simon Pagenaud, 2019, Team Penske.
Let's hear from him now.
McLaughlin, a career-defining moment. You told me earlier when you were the fastest, you said, I think we have more. But did you know that you maybe had the fastest pole run ever at Indianapolis? That's what that was, Scott.
Was it? Oh.
Yes, it was.
Hell yeah, you guys got to see it too. Welcome to the party. The Penzel Chevy was unreal. So much pride and be able to do it.
Here comes the boss.
Next week. Just a lot of pride. Hello to my mum and dad back home in New Zealand, and there's one person I know that is watching this has helped me all week. You know who you are, brother, but thank you so much for
That'd be Rick Mears, maybe?
him, but there's a couple others in my corner that I'm very thankful for. So I'm working hard, trying to, put up the best. Indy hasn't been kind to me, and that's a lot of it was my doing. I need to work on things, and this is the first step, and really proud to do it for all these guys and girls on the team. The Thirsty Threes, baby, we're coming. So appreciate all the support.
Is there a way to describe the amount of effort that's gone in, the year-long effort to get to this moment, Scott?
It's a lot of hard work, a lot of visualizing, the mental game, trying to figure out, what best execution for me looks like. And yeah, but now we've got this. We will celebrate. We're 24 hours. That's our rule in Thirsty Threes. 24 hours to celebrate or dwell on past blemmers or whatever. And then we go and fight next week on Memorial Day weekend.
And in case you forgot about that 24-hour rule, Roger Penske, that's the only thing he said to you next week. So is that the focus immediately on the 500?
Absolutely, yeah. So let's get this yellow submarine back in victory lane.
There you go. He wants to do it for Rick Mears and for Team Penske as well. Hey, Scott, this is a pretty important one. The P1 trophy for Scott McLaughlin here for the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500.
A picture worth $1,000. Let's have some more power.
You're watching this celebration, you're watching the high fives, and you were that close. What does this feel like to you, qualifying second?
When I did my run, it was so easy, and consistent. I thought, man, he's going to be able to take a big shot, like a big trim. If you saw my first 3 laps. I could have trimmed more, but that was a very strong run by Scott, and I knew a Penske car was going to get pole. I said it at Long Beach. I just knew it, how much work we've done. I'm kind of just happy for all the engineers and everyone that's put the effort in. This isn't just through luck. This is through extreme hard work. I'm clipping that for next week then. 4 or 5 years of tough qualifying sessions. So pretty cool to have 3 cars on the front row and to be a part of that. But once again, this year, man, I've been second in so many qualifying sessions by the littlest of bits. But this one seems to elude me. This is a tough one to get. You got to be the quickest car on the quickest team with the best engine on of that year. And but we're on the front row, and all 3 cars have a great shot at winning the race. So it's good to be a part of that.
Is it better or worse to lose out on that to a teammate, though?
Well, I was really hoping for a Penske lockout. Obviously, it'd be fantastic to be on pole. Like I said, it wasn't the end of the world if I didn't. I've had plenty of poles in my life, but I haven't had one here. But the race would be much better, so we'll see what happens. Big congrats to Scott. I think is that the fastest ever 4 laps? That's pretty cool.
Well done. Team Penske front row. Will Power's been second a lot this year, but maybe he can convert that to a win a week from today, Kevin.
Yeah, front row lockout for just the second time in 108 Indianapolis 500s. Well, the good news is you're starting 14 spots better than when you won. Just a few feet away from here is where you celebrated. What are the emotions of coming that close?
It's bittersweet. I mean, this is an amazing job by Team Penske. To have all 3 cars in the front row it's a testament to the team. That's what Indianapolis rewards is the effort from every individual that we have in this group. It takes an entire year. I've said that all month, but it takes an entire year to get to this point. We don't find this over a week or 2. So I'm just, I'm thrilled for the team. I'm bummed. I wish the 2-car could have been up there, but we are up there, and at the end of the day, all 3 of us are, and so it's great for the team. Shell car's fast, Pennzoil car's fast, Verizon car's fast. I'm sure the boss is happy, and us as a group, we're happy that we're able to work together, I think, at the front and try and win this race. So this is a great day for Team Penske.
A week from today, Joseph Newgarden tries to become the first to go back-to-back in 22 years.
Kevin, let's check in with Roger Penske and see what he thinks about that front row lockout. Pretty spectacular, eh?
Well, what a team effort this whole month, and to see us come back with some adversity here, but it shows how good our team is. what a deep bench we have, and I want to thank Tim Cindric and all the guys that are sitting at home during this time because they were part of making this really happen. But Ron Rzuski, obviously, Luke, and Robbie, you guys, you're part of this win. So, again, we're going to start with the cars in the right place. It's haven't been this way since, I guess, 36 years ago. So we dug deep. We delivered, and certainly you could see the power in those Chevy engines. Just amazing. And it was a yellow submarine. That's what Mears said on the pullback when we had 3 cars before. So great day.
Man that knows his history, and by the way, loves winning, Lee, at Indianapolis.
The fastest ever 4-lap average run at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 1988. Alonso Giussina, Danny Sullivan, and Rick Mears in that yellow submarine. They were 1, 2, and 3. History repeats itself in 2024. Scott McLaughlin, Will Power, Joseph Newgarden. That's your first row. Row 2, Alexander Rossi, Kyle Larson, and Santino Ferrucci. Row 3, Venus VK, Pato O'Ward, and Felix Rosenquist on the board as well. Row 4 on the grid, if NBC want to roll that graphic up so I can read it through as well. You know how they don't talk that quick and then just leave it to go running, don't they? There we go. Row 4, Takuma Sato, Kyle Kirkwood, Ryan Hunter-Ray. Row 5, Colton Herter, Alex Palou, Callum Milot. Row 6, Marcus Armstrong, Ed Carpenter, and Kiffin Simpson. What a great qualifying on his debut here. Row 7, Marco Andretti, Helio Castroneves, and Scott Dixon. Row 8, Agustin Canapino, Stingray Robb, and Christian Rasmussen. Row 9, Tom Blomqvist, Roman Grosjean, and Linus Lundqvist. Row 10, Christian Lundgaard, Connor Daly, and Pietro Fittipaldi. Row 11, Catherine Legg, Marcus Ericsson, and Graham Rahal lines up 33rd. Right, photos beginning. Let's get the last thoughts then from around the comms box as well. Who wants to go round? Who is in the box and wants to talk first? I don't actually know who's there. Jackson, you go.
First of all, Nolan Siegel, the terms that young kid went out on, I think he put it in his own words. I didn't go out by lifting. I went out by putting everything I got into this car. And I think that goes to show you the trajectory of that young kid's career. And obviously, Indy's so unpredictable, but he will not only be back, but I will not be surprised to see him running at the front in the next couple of years. Team Penske, oh my gosh. The amount of ups and downs this outfit has had so far this year has been insane. And even with all this controversy, the amount of interpersonal fights that McLaughlin and Newgarden have kind of separated themselves from, it's been... Emperor Penskatine has built himself a Death Star, and they lock out the front row, guys.
Clip!
Yeah.
JT.
Yeah, absolutely. First time since 1988 that a Team Penske front row lockout has happened. And it included the yellow submarine there as well. What a qualifying, as you said, the new fastest 4-lap average round the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What a 2 days of qualifying. Let's see what Carb Day brings us and on to the greatest spectacle in racing next Sunday.
I'm here.
Go on, Jess.
I've literally just got out the bath as well. By the way, brilliant commentary, guys, on the last few drivers. I was enjoying listening to that, by the way. Just with the audio, it was brilliant. I can imagine it as well. What a lap from average lap speed from McLaughlin. I mean, I didn't think anyone could beat Power, but McLaughlin was like, nope, I'm going to beat you with that. It was brilliant. Great job from Penske. I don't know how Lars is going to do the NASCAR later on, but he's going to do it anyway. I feel gutted for Seagull. To be honest, his crash was awful, and he'll be back next year trying to qualify again for the Indy 500, and he'll be back ready to fight. I'm predicting he's going to qualify next year. He's got a future, this kid, but it's a shame that it's not this year.
Is Checo and Omi here? Are they disappeared?
Checo's gone.
Checo went, and Omi is sat in his chair. So, no. Is he? Where is he? He's not in the chair. He's not even there on the back of the camera. Okay, never mind.
Oh, he's waving. He's waving.
Oh, hello. Do you want to say anything? Yes or no?
Thumbs down, yeah. No.
Well, my thanks to you all for joining us here for what has been an amazing qualifying weekend as well. I want to say thanks to all the love in the chat as well. Thank you, Fabrice. Thank you for all the lovely works to all the team as well. Thanks to everyone who's joined us in the chat across the last week and 2 days, of course. Not over yet. Got practice 8 tomorrow. Another 2 hours on the Sunday. Then we'll wait until Friday and carb day. We'll also have the pit stop practice as well. Well, that's just going to be a little bit of a fun stream, really, with us on the camera, and we'll all go nuts. We're thinking about doing some cooking as well during that segment as well. So I might have a wireless camera around. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. So my thanks to Jackson, my thanks to Josh, my thanks to Checo, my thanks to Romy, my thanks to Jess, and my thanks to Josh T as well, and all of you in the chat at home as well. What a qualifying. Next up here on the channel, we will have the All-Star Race. USRN taking you through that one. I would have done it, but, well...
Dead.
Yeah, to quote a famous commentator, I've got to stop. I've got a lump in my throat. We will see you when the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500 kicks off next Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.